Yes, guys. Yes, people. We are back. Perfect. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of Shameless. It's good to get the gang back together, as always. Ryan will be here in a couple minutes. Same thing with Northside. He's just wrapping up and he'll be on in a little sec too. And yeah, we're here to discuss everything in the last 48, 72 hours of Premier League football. Probably going to be a lot of conversation about refereeing, a lot of conversation about drop points left, right, and centre in the league. Obviously, we got Liverpool versus Manchester United and whatever happened over there. Our draw, Neil's loss, I think. Mike's loss. Yeah, fucking hell. Nobody won here this week. Fucking hell. Yeah, Northside drew. Yeah, it's only Ryan. It's only Ryan. Yeah, he can take his time. He can take his time.
Christ.
Fucking hell, bruv. But yeah, big up to everybody that's locked in regardless. Hit the like button, subscribe, not just to me, but sub to everybody's channels. It's all in the description below. The link won't even take you away from the stream. It will just open up another tab. So rise up, everybody's subs. Like we always say over here, rising tide lifts all ships. So everybody rise it up. And yeah, big up to everybody. Shout out to chat. We are going to touch on the whole Osimhen situation. Well, I say the Osimhen situation, his loan move to Galatasaray, but that's a him problem. But we'll touch on that in a sec. Flawless. What are you saying, my guy? Are you all good?
All blessed, fam. You know what I'm saying? All blessed. Glad it's international break. Game week 3. And I'm already thankful that it's international break. So yeah, man. All good. Good for having me on as well. Good to see Neil. Good to see Mikez as well. Big up the chat too as well. I always look forward to Shameless, man. Shameless is a good show. It's one of the OG shows as well. That's the thing with Shameless.
It's been 4 years now.
Has it been 4 years? Jesus Christ.
2020, isn't it? Mad. That is fucking crazy. But yo, couldn't have been with a better group of people. I swear down. Big up to every single one of you.
Yeah.
I forgot about the Ryan slander. Mike, what are you saying, bro? You all good?
Yeah, man, all good, all good. Good to be back on. Despite a loss, it ain't the worst in the world. It ain't like last time when we lost to Villa. So there's more positives than negatives to look at from that game. And yeah, all good. Good to be back on, man. Big up everyone. Big up the chat.
And last but not least, Neil, what are you saying, my guy? You all good?
I'm all good, man. I don't know if I'm lagging behind, so I might drop out in just a bit and come back. But yeah, all good. Cool. I was hearing people's voices every time. Anyway, we're good. Obviously, with a draw and 2 losses ain't great, but considering how we've performed in the game, we'll probably get into that in a bit. We're doing all right. I think we'll still be good for this year. Still think we'll survive. And yeah, we'll get into the show and probably about Northside and Ryan joining a bit. So the heat's going to come even more. So again, stay tuned, everyone.
Big facts. Again, one last time, guys. Hit the likes, sub, all of that shit. Now, I just want to run through the whole Chelsea stuff quickly just so I can get away from it. So, Osimhen looks to be going to Galatasaray on loan for the season. Fucking hell, I don't think him or his agent expected that, but that's his agent's problem. His fat agent fees are probably the biggest reason why we weren't able to get the transfer through. Like I've said throughout the entire saga, I have nothing wrong. I have no issue with Osimhen refusing to lower his wages. Most people aren't going to do that. They want to stay on their same wage packet. I understand that. It doesn't fit our wage structure. Cool. My whole problem with the whole saga is that we dragged it to deadline day when we knew exactly what this stance was. But yeah, because of the whole agent fees and everything, now there's no other options, and he's got to go to Galatasaray just to be able to get some game time. At the very least, I guess he's going to go win a trophy because that's a massive coup for them as a club. Fair play to Galatasaray. Like, that's an amazing move for you guys. But that ain't what Osimhen wanted. That definitely isn't what he wanted. And because his agent dragged this for so long, and also because Napoli kind of fucked the Al Hilal move for him too, he's now stuck here. So, yeah, sack your agent, personally. That's the only thing I have to say on that whole situation, because we know the whole stance. I'm not going to be bitter about it. I'm not going to laugh at Osimhen for being in this situation, because fact is, we just didn't want to give him the wages that he wanted. And that's fine. I get our stance. I get their stance. But shit, sack your agent, bro. I don't know what the rest of you lot feel about the whole situation, but yeah, I don't feel anything bad about it.
No, it's just weird, man. It's just weird seeing him go to Galatasaray after all this saga of like either go to Chelsea or Saudi after the deadline. They're looking at it thinking, is this move even going to progress? And then all of a sudden, Galatasaray, that I don't know, his agent does not care for his future at all. He just wants his fees. That is it. That's my opinion on it.
Yeah, like for me, I get his stance. You have to have game time. You got to at least play, otherwise your value's just going to tank even further, and people definitely aren't going to give you the wages that you want after that. It's just a bit peak. He weren't expecting to be in the Turkish league.
No, what was the wage difference between the two? What was Chelsea offering reportedly, and what was he on at Napoli? What was the gap?
So he's on about like I think 250k a week, and our wage structure is 150k a week max until we're in the Champions League and everyone gets a 30% bonus.
All right, 100k difference,
which is why we weren't able to do it.
100k difference, I understand. I get why he didn't make the move to Chelsea, but then don't burn your bridges with Napoli the way you did, because now you've ended up in Turkey at Galatasaray, which is not what you wanted. So it's one of them. If you're smart enough to negotiate, obviously Chelsea giving you 150k, but then get 100k elsewhere. Endorsements.
We tried to incentivize the hell out of it, but even then it just came way too far off. So I just thought, like, why are we still here? Go for
making the face of the club or something like that for a season or something, like to get him that extra advertisement, endorsement deals. There's ways around that. Surely.
That it's all that, and then it's the agent fees on top, and then it was also the transfer fees. So overall, the package was just way too much in general. But with Napoli, I kind of get his stance too, because the Al Hilal move was right there, and then they came in with our latest offer to them, said, "Okay, look, Chelsea are offering this, and now we want an extra 5 million, even though they already had an agreement." Then Al Hilal come in, they're like, "Yeah, fuck you, we're going to our plan B, which is Tony," and he's stranded. Because now it's just back to negotiating with Chelsea, and we're already on a big disparity in terms of what we want to offer.
Yeah, that's peak.
Napoli fucked him, his agent fucked him, and now he's here on at Galatasaray for a couple months. It's peak.
Damn.
That's peak.
Shout out to Northside though as well. Good to have you back on the show. Hope everything's good.
Big up my G, big up to the panel. You know what I mean?
Big up, fam.
Big up.
Big up Flawless.
Big up, family. What are you telling me, man? This guy.
And yeah, also Osimhen, peak. Figure it out. I think there's a break clause in January, which might help him be able to negotiate with some of the Saudi clubs from the January window onwards. But I don't think we're gonna end up going back in for him. We have to get top 4 first, because then if we get top 4, then we can actually just offer him what he wants. We give it to you as a base wage with a little clause in there that if we drop out of the top 4, you take a pay cut. And he'll sign that because it's his base wage. Problem is we couldn't do that because we couldn't get top 4 last season. Thank you, Pochettino. So now we had to do the 150k a week max.
Yeah, like I say, I get why he didn't make the move. It's just awkward all around because you don't want to lose out on 100k, but then you don't want to stay at Napoli. You don't really want to go Saudi. You don't really want to go Turkey. So
Napoli kind of fucked it as well with the price they put on him as well. Like
you should know
they put like over 130, something like that.
Yeah,
I get it.
Negotiate
like,
deals.
Yeah, man. Like, do you really think someone's going to pay 130 for it? Oh, really?
It was initially 130, then it started going down to around 80 million. But then they got an agreement with what's it called, Al Hilal. We go with another offer, and then they demand they match it. So they got greedy.
Right.
All that for 5 million.
This is what happened. Your negotiation tactics come back to bite you. I know that they're like renowned for this as well, but you can't be doing this for every star player that you have. This could come back to bite them if they want to sell Kvaratskhelia in the future as well. Like, let's say that something happens with him and another club comes back. This could happen again. And the thing is, they're stubborn as well. We've seen that they're stubborn in the past. Like, they haven't changed since. If they were to change, this Osimhen deal would have got over the line anyway, because they've been stubborn with previous sales and stuff like that. And you know what Conte's like with that. That's just going to be a whole circus if shit don't go right, specifically how he wants it to go right with the transfer windows and stuff like that.
That's why, to me, like, I'll be real, I'm glad. I hope it fucks Napoli up. These men have been bastards to negotiate with for years. I wanted Koulibaly since 2018. We got him in 2022 and he was washed. And we still had to pay everything up front for him.
Yeah, you got him when he was 40.
Fuck Napoli, fuck the Laurinaitis. That guy is one of the most intolerable bastards to deal anything with. And cool, now you got Lukaku and you got Osimhen on the books. Figure that one out. You got 2 strikers who are annoying and are on big wages. That's your problem. But yeah, that's basically it on the whole Osimhen situation. Obviously, we drew to Crystal Palace as well. I don't even really feel too annoyed about the way that we play, just more the result, if anything, because we did fall a little bit flat after the equalizer, but I put that down to us still trying to figure out how to break low blocks. That's the first time we actually faced one this season. And yeah, we didn't know what to do after the equalizer. Could have ideally killed them off earlier, but Dean Henderson decided he wanted to be Prime Neuer today. And that's why I've always said that game, classic fucking Chelsea. Man said they wanted the old Chelsea back. You got the old Chelsea back. We dominated. Keeper turned into Prime Neuer. Concede a wonder goal. Struggle to break down a low block. Draw. That's like 10, 15 Tuchel games from 22-23 for anyone who wanted that.
You get used to that as well without the wonder goal, and also not knowing how to play low block. Me and Northside will tell you that from under Pep's. This is what happens. So without trying to sound too bitter, get used to it because it's going to get a lot more of that, especially once you get to about February onwards.
But that's partly why I'm not even like that frustrated about. I'm more frustrated about the result, if anything. When I look at the game, the only things that really annoyed me were Felix didn't have a good cameo. Enzo was shit. He was the worst player on the pitch. That's about it. It's really about it. We defended well. We moved the ball forward well, bar Enzo. Had enough chance in the first half. Just keeper saved everything. Second half was just a bit flat, but also 3 games on the Maresca, so I'm not even really that annoyed about it. I didn't see alarm bells. Like I've seen so many comments saying, "Oh, but if it was Poch, Let me tell you about match day 3 under Pochettino. We lost 1-0 to Nottingham Forest at home. We played 2 forwards at home, and we made like 2 chances all match. It's one of the worst games of football I've ever seen. That is alarm bells ringing. This, nah, not the right result. Not the right result, but I'm not worried just yet. Not at all.
It's not worried just yet. It's when it gets to February. I think, I said to you, you will take that, big up troops as well. You'll get to a certain point after about February, then it will start coming down. I'll be all here like this.
Speaking of,
ready to go.
What, fallout around when? February?
February.
Is that only because that's where you guys fell off?
But it's the reason why. Because we had clearly the best squad in the championship.
What was the reasoning?
He played the same team. He'd stayed the same team. The players were tired, and he didn't change his tactics. And other clubs figured us out because he only plays one way.
I mean, if he's to do that, though, he'll just dig his grave as the games go by. Because right now, I'm already looking at Enzo Fernandez, and I'm thinking, look, 2 of these midfielders are only going to be able to play. I don't think you're going to be one of them still. Lavia has been our best player since Maresca's joined. Well, our best midfielder. Caicedo is our best midfielder, full stop. Enzo's only good at passing, really and truly. And that's only world-class attribute.
With Lavia back, he doesn't get into the team. He doesn't get
for 15-year deal, no?
He shouldn't.
But
he shouldn't.
You guys create a load of chances, man. So I think, Lewis, going forward, you guys are calm. You're not expecting to
got this for another 8 years.
But yeah, man, I don't know, man. I still, if I was a Chelsea fan, I'd rather Nkunku playing up front instead of Jackson. I've never been convinced about this guy. But when you look at your attack, Madueke had chances to score. Jackson should have at least had a brace. Cole Palmer is always there performing. I think you guys got a good attack, man. You know what I mean? Pedro Neto, good player. You got João Felix coming off the bench. You got a good attack. Yeah, you obviously need a clinical goal scorer to be winning major honors. But at the same time, with Lavia coming back into that midfield, that will help out your defense. I think your defense is probably the weakest part of your team. I think with everybody fit, Lavia, Caicedo, Palmer, that's a good midfield. That's a good midfield. When that midfield was available, you guys were cooking. Do you know what I mean? And your front 3, you were creating when Madueke had a hat trick. You created a load of chances for him. Yeah, there were tap-ins, but at the end of the day, you make your luck. You know what I mean? And the fact that he continued to, all his goals in that game were identical. That's something that they're working on. That's through the system. So it is what it is. Jackson, I already know what you're gonna get with Jackson. He ain't that clinical. But your defense,
It's a mad thing. Jackson weren't even that bad, and that's why, the more I look at it, there's less for me to be annoyed about. I didn't think Jackson played badly. In terms of bad misses in the game, Noni could have at least had one of his shots on target in the first half. That's about it. The rest were just good saves or good defending at the end of it. Defensively, we locked up Mateta, kept him quiet. Even when Palace grew into the game, there was some breakaways, but not really any big chances that they had. It was just one wonder goal from Eze, a really good finish that no one could have done anything about. I can't be angry about that. Obviously,
this game defensively, he didn't look shaky, but in other games, I still question Cucurella. He's somebody that at times I think he leaves a gap on the left-hand side sometimes. Colwell, I don't really rate him that highly. Fofana, I think he's decent. But Gusto, I think, is decent as well. But I still feel like that's an area of your team. People always talk about striker. I still think like you can upgrade in your defense. You know what I mean? In my opinion. But the fact that you guys create so many opportunities, the way you're playing football, I feel like you'll be calm against all the teams outside the big six. You play attacking football. Everybody gets multiple chances. You haven't got a killer. But you know what? I think you're playing really, really good football. And I think your managers, I think if Lavia is available, Enzo doesn't get into this team. It's only because of Lavia not being available.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I don't think
Enzo
will be dealt with.
Because that's going to be the first thing I look at if Enzo's performances don't improve after the international break. Because not only are we playing him, we're playing him high up again. And this is one of the things I was ripping Pochettino about weekly. We're playing Enzo high up the pitch and he's not good in those areas, but we're still doing it. Second half, he was playing centre back, which I tried to understand because like Palace were just parking the bus. He's only good playing in deeper positions anyway, so you might as well have him keep the ball ticking over there. Let Fofana and Colwell push up a little bit more because they're actually good at that. But I don't get why he lasted the full 90. I really don't. And if Enzo keeps starting and his performances don't improve, then that's something I'm going to start looking at the manager about.
Is your fan base divided on Cucurella? Because I see this guy, yeah. For me, as a defender, when I watch him, I feel like he's inconsistent. You have a good game, and in other games, he's always chasing back the runner, chasing back the winger. He's out of position, chasing his man. Very good at going forward. Defensively, he can get cooked at times. I think he's a very inconsistent fullback, in my opinion.
For me, like Cucurella I don't even think Cucurella's been the real debate. It's been more the midfield because the fan base is still bitter about Gallagher being sold. In terms of defensively, like
crazy.
Yeah, they're still chanting his name.
I personally don't rate him like that.
Who?
Look, I get the argument about him leaving space in behind because I actually did see that when Palace were hitting us on the break yesterday. As a defender, as a passer, though, he usually gets in the right positions to make blocks. He's an aggressive tackler. I don't think he makes too much mistakes, but I do agree as well in terms of leaving space in behind. I do think that's one area that he needs to improve on. But I do rate him. I do think he's our best left back.
It's going to be even more of a problem if you can't decide your midfield and, like, for example, your fullback's inverting, like one of your fullback inverts, one of your fullback stays with the defense or whatever, and you lose the ball, people are just going to target your wide areas and turnovers are going to be quite easy for teams to come at you, especially if you can't get that midfield to gel together, especially if Enzo is playing high up the pitch as well. Like, no one really thinks of him as an athlete either to like stop counterattacks or anything. And as soon as Lavia comes back, there's not even a debate about Enzo playing at this point if he keeps it up like this, especially because Caicedo's been actually quite like decent overall, like for a while, and Enzo hasn't really lived up to the standard. Yes, he played high up the pitch, but it comes to a point where we're now just looking at you, not even just because of the price tag, but because of the ability and what you were hyped up to be. Like, are you going to ever back it up? Whereas Lavia, who's been injured and didn't even play last season, had a pre-season and got into his position and is now comfortable. It's just whether he can stay fit now.
So now, at least even higher up the pitch, Enzo's still getting on the ball. Even when he was playing high up under Poch, minimal touches. This man was doing pressing work, just chasing the ball. Now he's not doing it. He's high up the pitch, but he's still receiving the ball. But the passing, I don't know where it's gone. So we'll see, innit? I already got fucking Enzo sexual saying, oh, you have an agenda. Oh, it's because of the whole racismo scandal. You motherfuckers, you don't understand the work rate I was doing last season defending Enzo. So please miss me with the whole, oh, you have an agenda and all of that. How about you just get good and you start passing? How about that?
More than him on the pitch last season, the way he was defending Enzo still. It was impressive.
Mm-hmm. I remember I used to do A-listers with 50-minute fucking Enzo debates where I weren't even allowed to talk for half of it.
Yeah, I hear that. I can't believe there's really Enzo sexuals. That's crazy, you know.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
The players stand at sea, bro. That's the era that we're in now. Everyone's got favorite players, and if you criticize them, you're hating them.
I hate the favorite player thing
with Ronaldo, wasn't it? A couple of years ago.
Ronaldo, yeah, that is true. But at least with Ronaldo, he had done something. where I understand where that comes from. I get it. Like, even though it's nostalgia, it's like man's won Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues for the club. Enzo's done nothing of note for Chelsea. Yeah,
he's got even more. We've got even more stands after the racism. Who would have thought it? Like people even more to defend him after the racism.
That's crazy. That's such a good point.
Half of our fans are like, yeah, that's my captain. Chelsea back.
Proper Chelsea.
He out there calling people weirdos and that. He out there calling people weirdos.
AI minerals and all that.
He's just speaking what everybody believes. Don't you understand?
Yeah. It's like, come on, we've all said it in the past. Come on.
Now, what's so offensive about being from Africa?
Or black friends?
It is. Come on,
it's the way people are hyping up his apology as well. When he had to apologize, people are hyping that up. Oh, it takes guts for a man to do this and stuff. I saw stuff like that. Fucking hell, just don't say it in the first place. You get what
that
I
was
mean?
the worst apology I've seen in my life. I got
so
caught up in the euphoria of the celebrations. I'm sorry, guys. When I win trophies, I have a habit of saying racist things. I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean it, but like I get caught up in the mood and everything.
Also, the mentality to think when you win something, you immediately think of the opposition to slag them off. For me, I'm like, I'm going out celebrating. I'm thinking of my family. I'm thinking of my friends. I'm thinking about all the people I'm going to impress.
Sorry, guys. When I win a tournament, based on the Americas, I want to think about France. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, exactly. It's so crazy to me. And it's not exactly like, for me, that's mental. That your mentality to go, oh, yeah, I've just won something. Let me just go shit on this. That's the thing you see on Twitter.
A team that's not even in the competition. That's the craziest part. It's not like they beat France in the final. They're not even in the competition. And last time you lot played them, you lot won. You lot beat them in the World Cup final.
Not even in the continent.
Yeah, like what is the issue? Like, all right.
You can't be racist and shit as well. Like
you can't
even
be
like basket. Like I'm saying that, Enzo, you can't allow yourself to be racist and shit. Like you got to bust that. People forget about it because football fans are fickle enough to forget what you did and just judge you on your footballing ability.
No, that's the root of entitlement, isn't it? That's the root of entitlement. So it's
I can't believe there's Enzo sexuals and he's done nothing at Chelsea. You know what I'm saying? That's the craziest part.
He's done nothing all over Twitter, bro.
That's because you're on Twitter.
Last season
and all that, bro. You see it.
Last season I backed him because he got forced to play injured.
You're still on Twitter now.
Right, he's fully on Twitter right now. He's fully on
Twitter. I'm not. People check his browser history. You know what I mean?
Guys, Super Mendy's coming back.
99 pages of just Twitter different.
Never understood that.
He's got 3 followers. Of course, you haven't fucking seen him. Leave him alone, bro. Just get off Twitter.
One mediocre season for Chelsea, and he's got backing. Man. It's not like he won you. If he would have won you like a champs or a Premier League, I'd understand it to an extent. But all right, Faz, sure.
Big up to TM saying after this international break, I hope to see Lavia and Reece James back in the 11. Also, I think by the end of the season, Viega is our starting left back once he gets adjusted. I ain't even going to talk down Viega because he's been really good for us since joining. But we'll see. Well, he's actually had good cameos in the league too. Hey, we'll see. We'll see how he continues to bed into the team. Lavia, I agree with. James, I agree with. And yeah, to keep Fofana and Colwell in there too because they're starting to develop a bit more of an understanding. And they've actually been a lot better in the last game. But yeah, fuck all that shit about Chelsea. I want to try and move away from that draw. Flawless. So 3-0 to Liverpool. I get another humiliating result against you guys' rivals. You guys are the only team not to score this weekend. I saw that stat going around.
Ooh, surprise, United can't score goals. Hey, you would have fought it, mate. You would have fought it.
Bro, I only watch it in phases, but I looked at you guys as passing that, and I haven't got a fucking clue what you guys
phases, man. Play the phase.
Where is it? So I look at this, right? Look at the gap from Rashford. Look at the minimal arrows forward because, like, the arrow brightness reflects the number of passes completed.
Bro,
look how more transparent it gets. The further
lead, you know what I mean? Extended 10-meter lead. That's what that is.
And then you've got a gaping gap between the midfield and the attack. Like
that's Zexi and Bruno 11 and 8. And who's that next to Mazarawi with 3? Who's that on the right hand side? I can't see which player that is.
Garnacho, maybe.
That's the Argentinian lesbian, bruv. That's the most overhyped footballer right now, bruv.
Garnacho.
Jesus Christ, let us know how you really feel, Max.
Takes
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
man.
I will be there, man. Get your own
What is
celebration, you
Shameless
lesbian.
flawless. Come on.
Because he
Get your
stole
own
Kudu's
celebration.
celebration.
Get your
Yeah.
own, get your own celebration, you lesbian. You can't even celebrate now. You don't even score. Like, it's
the
mad.
Kudus thing. Yeah,
You can't
I
even see
makes
the
sense.
celebration, people, man.
But
His
yeah,
manager's not Harry Potter, man. It takes time, man.
yeah, like someone retweeted
It was
that.
more
you
like
give,
Voldemort. Fucking hell.
at least Voldemort gave it to $8. You know what I'm saying? And Voldemort put up some
$7
resistance.
actually, 8 films. Yeah.
Well, 8 films, $7. Sorry, I forgot you're more of a bigger Harry Potter nerd than me, but you understand my overall point.
No,
You know,
I do,
like,
yeah.
you're like, that's what it is. Voldemort at least changed his tactics. You know what I'm saying? First book, he was in the living embodiment of somebody else. Man switched it up. Man switched his attack.
No, he
But,
did.
hey,
He did.
move.
He did.
We move. What was it? Did you ask me a question, Lewis? What was
No,
it?
I just asked your thoughts on the games in the game in general.
Listen,
I wanted to let you go first before Ryan does the whole
No,
cook.
You know, his
But
peak.
also that was
Flawless.
like-
Flawless actually got the light on, bro. He's not even in the darkness anymore. He wants to see light at the end of the tunnel. That's what he's trying to do.
There's no light at the end of the tunnel. There's no light at the end of the tunnel. That's a train outside. That is a fast oncoming train. There's not no light at the end of the tunnel. That is a train on its way. That's it. But now I'm not at home in it. I'm at my
with
sister's.
Ineos
That's
and
why.
Ten Hag as the drivers.
Yeah, as the drivers
Just
telling us
running
to
over Man
to
United's
believe.
hopes and dreams.
But yeah, thoughts in the game. First and foremost, 2 goals are unforgivable. And Casemiro, man, horrendous mistakes. They're unforgivable in any game. Never mind a game at home to Liverpool for Manchester United. Giving the ball, the first one, giving the ball away like that, unforgivable. Say this all, you're not even under any pressure, and you try and play a first-time pass. Why? Take a touch. That's nothing to do with age. That's nothing to do with his legs are gone. That is just bad decision making. Like, don't play that pass. And then the second one as well, be smart. I've seen him do that countless times in the past 2 seasons and draw fouls or body the man and get a pass off. And it's like, it's just really basics. And we gifted him before we gifted them 2 goals. And then from when we gifted gifted Liverpool them 2 goals, offered nothing, gave up. As soon as that second goal went in, we gave up. And even in the defensive shape we had, went to shit. It went to absolute shit. And we offered nothing going forward before that anyway. But we offered no resistance whatsoever, and it was easy for them. It was comfortable. And then you're looking at your manager to try and change it. Doesn't change anything. Like for like changes. It's like, change the system, do something. So in regards to it, disappointed that we just gave up. Offensively, I know we're not offering anything. I already know that whatsoever. Offensively, we're offering 0. Mike's just mentioned Garnacho. The fact that Diallo got dropped is crazy, because he's the only attacker. Him and Xerxes are the only 2 attackers we have that do anything of note. And when Diallo got on, we seen that. He did more than Rashford, Bruno, and Garnacho combined in the first 5 minutes getting on. It's like Diallo should have played. So you got Garnacho one side, Rashford one side, offer you absolutely nothing. Bruno's invisible, per usual. Everyone's now finally seeing how bad Bruno is, because people are like, that's a Bruno
Hey
disaster
man, you got
class.
4 more years with him now, bro.
That's a Bruno performance. That's
Can't
a
believe
typical
you
Bruno
re-signed him.
performance. Yeah, and Ineos will get to that. Ineos gave him a new deal, but hey, all hell Ineos.
And
It's
Is
all
that
gonna
strike
change.
2?
And
It's all gonna change. I've already been Ineos out from when they gave the manager a new deal. I'm like, I know
thought you
what
only
you
on
man
strike 1.
No. I already said
Okay.
when they give him a new deal, it's like, I know what you man are. You're incompetent when it comes to that. But because I praised them for things that they do well, i.e. the transfer window, people get it misconstrued. So yeah, with Bruno, Mano was poor. Casemiro, I just mentioned as well. Martinez wasn't at it. Onana's been rubbish, don't excel at anything either. So it's kind of like,
His
tells you all you
positioning,
need to
not
know.
just in that
He
game,
might be
but
the
in
worst
general,
keeper.
was a mess.
Just in general, like, yeah, it was terrible. De Ligt was like the only bright spot. Mazraoui, De Ligt, Dalot, like they're the only bright spots like to the game, which was pretty dim. Collier got on late. Like I said, Diallo bright. Even people talking about, Xerxes missed 2 chances. The first one was a tough one. Second one, he should have scored, but shouldn't be relying on that. We had like 2 free shots on target, I think. We had 1 shot on target.
That was after he went 3-0 as well.
Exactly. So that's how I'm looking at it in regards to it. And I didn't want to be right about this season. Oh, why are you writing off the season flawless? It's not even started. You can't even do that. Game week 3, and hear how Manchester United fans are talking. Not game week 33, game week 3. And where Manchester United fans are already tired. Where's all this new season optimism, new car smell?
You know the saying, those who don't hear must feel.
Yes, my mom told me that
That
many
is
a time growing up.
so applicable to football fans as a whole, because they refuse to listen. They want to be optimistic. They want to be positive, even if like the fucking blatant obvious thing is staring you in the face.
blatant. And I was saying this is the same manager with pretty much the same team. Yes, Ineos have done a good job in the window. I actually like the signings we've made, and I like the outgoings. However, because we were so far behind, 5 players wasn't enough. And we're seeing that now because the 5 players obviously take Euro out and take a guy out. The other players have had a positive impact in the first 3 games when they've played. But we were still and more importantly, final third, which I've been banging on about all summer long. Who's creating for us? Who is scoring our goals? I was told, oh, we're going to get 75 goals, 80 goals, 85 league goals. Now, from who? Who? The attack's still the same. Adding Xerxes, like I said, who is a positive. But he's not
even if you take away the individuals, though, it's about the system. If the system can't get consistent chances, then what is the point? Because we look at this game, right? Ten Hag has been here for 3 seasons. Fucking Slot's been here for 3 games, and they bopped you guys off the park. Like what? Do you know how crazy that is?
And that's the worst thing about it. And like I said, if there was a new manager, it's kind of like, all right, at least the new manager could maybe set them up in a system where the attackers ain't the best, but the system helps create. We watched Brighton do it. De Zerbi did it. Potter did it. Where their attackers from an individual standpoint were not the best, but at least even Liverpool to an extent on the club, not all their attackers are the greatest, but the system helped that. We don't have the players to cover up the weaknesses of the manager, and we don't have the managers to cover up for the weaknesses of the players. We don't have either. Like I say, we can't, there's no individual brilliance. The individual brilliance our way out of it. Nowhere near. And like I said, final third. I wish we had gone, even though we've improved defensively, I wish we would have spent that money on the top half of the pitch. We were going to spend, because most of the players, actually all of the players outside the Xerxes are all defensive-minded players. And they were needed. But if we were going to do that and go with Ten Hag, you know what? Go top heavy. Go top heavy. Go sign a striker, go sign a winger, go sign a 10. Basically, just go sign a whole new front line. And
you
then
think
that
Rashford's
way it's like
just done now?
Rashford's finished. Yeah, Rashford's been finished.
No, he's been
Your manager doesn't even know.
He never started.
He's got like it's beyond stupidity, bro. Because it's like he doesn't even understand what each player thrives at, what their strengths are, what they bring to the game, what's their game plan. He doesn't even understand that. You know what I mean? Like he brings in players and he doesn't even know how to get the best out of them. And the players that I hear, he doesn't know how to use them within a system. You've got Xerxes that wants to link up play, that wants to play with other ballers, but you give him nobody to provide him anything. Rashford was rubbish. But how is Rashford providing more chances to Xerxes than Bruno Fernandes? Make that make sense.
It's a race to the bottom because they're both terrible.
How Diallo got dropped out never know.
They both, because it's a race.
Going to the game, Diallo was like the only player I thought we might actually have to be a bit like, you know.
Yes, it's a race.
But like when I saw him shopped, I was like, oh,
it's a race to the bottom. It's a race backwards, like legit. That's what it is. And then you add in, like I said, the lack, not even the lack, but you add in the managers just being inadequate. It tells you all you need to know, and that ties into Ineos as well. As soon as they kept this manager, I was like, you lot are not serious. I know where I stand immediately, because that's why because people now have this newfound confidence that they're gonna sack Ten Hag when they're supposed to. I'm like, why? People think, oh, he's going to get sacked by Christmas. Do you really trust these lot to get sacked by Christmas? My mom's adamant. We was having this conversation yesterday. She was like, oh, he ain't making it till Christmas. I was like, are you sure? You trust these lot? Bear in mind,
if they really wanted a fresh start,
we say that, Ryan. If Manchester United don't do worse than last season, then technically he's done better. Why would they then sack him for doing that?
Where did you finish last season?
Eighth.
So if he finishes 7th, that's technically an improvement.
Yeah.
They watched all of last season and deemed that good enough.
They were at the game.
Okay. They were at the games. They was at the games. That's why I don't hear the excuses. You know what I'm saying? That's why when people
I think it's about your club flawless, yeah, minus the manager. You're right. They ain't trying to change nothing, bro. Like Garnacho. Man's crossing the ball into who? The Phantom of the Portuguese Phantom of the Opera and Bruno Fernandes. Where was he, bro?
I wish he would cross. I wish he would cross the ball. Like,
bro, that guy looks like bro. He looks like one of the figurines from Biker Mice, bro. That butt tooth feel that these rubbish, bro.
Hey, don't even disrespect Biker Mice from Mars. That's a classic car.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, at least they did their job, innit? They actually did their job.
That's a classic car. I love that. I grew up on that shit.
Rashford, back it up his head, bro.
And to man saying this, Ten Hag's not making it. Should he make it? No. Where is the faith that Ineos are going to sack him when they are supposed to? They should have sacked him last season. We had our worst ever league season. We had our worst ever Champions League campaign.
You man are putting your greatest manager to watch that, you know. You're putting your greatest manager.
He getting paid. He's good, man. He getting paid.
Yeah, he's all right. He's just getting paid.
He's getting paid. He's just there so we don't get fined. He's like me.
He's getting that hospitality treatment before the game. Everything free of charge, man.
He's like me. You know what I'm saying? He's just there so we don't get fined. That's all. Same difference. It's the same.
You man got him on tag, you know, watching that dreadful football shit.
Because he an ambassador.
Bro. Fergie wants to get out of there, bro. I'm a celebrity. Get me out of there, bro. He wants to get out of there. He don't want to part with that. He's like, that's
He's
what
been suffering the last 5 years.
But I don't know why people have all this faith in the US too. So, like I said, let's say
but don't you think that's why? Don't you think that's why they brought like Van Nistelrooy in? I just feel like they're planning on having like as soon as they sack 10, it'll be right.
Nah, that's not Arsenal bringing Edu. I know what they're doing. I've been.
So if that's the case,
Edu
so let's say hypothetically that's true, and they brought Van Nistelrooy in to then replace Ten Hag. Just do it. Do you know what? Just do it from the start.
Yeah, just do it. No, I get that.
Again, because that's why it's
taking them so long.
Learned their lesson in Ollie.
You know what it is?
They've just done it with Ollie.
They know that Flawless has seen Van Nistelrooy. He knows, what Van Nistelrooy is to Man United fans that saw glory. So when they use that and prop that up, it's harder for you to go. That's why Ollie had the same tax. Oh, Ollie, look what he won with us. Oh, you'll back it. Same with Arsenal. Yeah, you put a sporting director that people don't want to criticize the signings that are poor. Why? Because he was one of the Invincibles. But this guy was putting cones and bibs out. This guy wasn't a starter, bro. But it's good enough, bro. Even if you're cones and bibs, if you're affiliated to a team that was winning, that's cool, bro. Do you know what I mean? Put the net out. You know what I'm saying?
It's weird because Arteta weren't even like one of your legends or anything like that.
Even Chelsea,
is for them.
But all these clubs do it, bro. Like even Lampard, why was Lampard given the time he was given? Oh, because he was Lampard, he was a great baller. Bro, they know what they're doing. They're trying to project, they're going to bring back the glory days. No, they were great.
In the day, remember, nostalgia is a powerful drug,
nostalgia, man. And it's all this faith that people have in Ineos too. Then let's say it goes horrendous and it carries on and United's results through September, October, November are bad. And by Christmas, we're somewhere down the table, languishing, let's say 8th, 9th, 10th, somewhere near there. It's looking bleak in Europe because obviously Europe has been extended. I don't have faith in them that they're going to sack him. This is their guy. They gave him a new deal. They've deemed him. They've picked him. Like, it's like people just don't want to admit what's right in front of their eyes. You know what I'm saying? This is their guy. You know what I'm saying? If you see a man constantly around the yard going on dates, guess what? He likes her. That's his thing. You know what I'm saying? Like posting up pictures with her, that's his. They don't really like, that's him. What are we talking about? People just don't want to admit it because there was this new car smell and all this new nonsense optimism because we hadn't played for so long.
After 3 years.
Yeah, and it was new structure. The new structure, and I said all of this. You know what I'm saying? And
I had an MOT and thought it was a new car smell.
Yeah, man, I said all of this, and I was like, okay, cool. People acting like any of us were gonna go out there on the pitch and score goals. Unless Van Nistelrooy is getting his boots on, what are we talking about?
They said Van Nistelrooy was going to change your attackers.
Yeah, man. He's coaching and Ten Hag's not doing tactics and hacks there. And Ineos are going to dictate to him the lineups he picks and they're going to dictate to him how we play. And it looks exactly the same. The only difference is we look slightly better defensively because we have better individuals. Because we've added Mazzarri and we've added De Ligt. Take those two out or two of those two get injured. It's literally the same as last season. It's literally the same, but I'm the crazy one. I was the one that was negative. Why are you not optimistic? Why are you not optimistic for the season? Why are you writing off the season already? Game week 3, knock how everyone's talking. All of a sudden, no one's talking about 80, 85 league goals from these lot now. People talking Remontada for Rashford, Højlund going to get 15, 16 goals. It's between 75 and 80 goals we're going to get. I will bang on about this from now till the rest of the season. We don't create. We don't score. We scored 57 league goals last season. We scored 58 the season before. It's pretty much the same team. Why all of a sudden we've added Xerxes again, who I think is a plus, but he's not a prolific goal scorer and isn't going to transform us. This is why I said we need individual quality. Go and get another striker.
You got Rashford coming back, man. Soon.
Rashford Remontada. They told me a guy who averages 8 league goals this season.
I said Rasmus.
Yeah, Højlund, my guy who went 0016. That's who we're. Yeah, I'm saying.
No, was it 16?
Yeah, he went 16.
I thought
it was like 2 off half the season, bruv.
Yeah, he went double up, but because he got 7 and 7, it's like hail him. Not good enough. Not good enough.
Player, just like everyone else.
Just like everyone else. You don't even get that. Everybody.
There's not even a patch. It's like a purple dot.
Well, everybody is fit. You don't even get in our first team. I don't think he's better than Xerxes. And I've seen Xerxes once for a full 90 minutes. And already Xerxes showed me, all right, cool, you've got a little certain more to your game, but you're going to die out there. Got Bruno, Rashford, and Garnacho either side of you.
This is
you
the
on
thing
the island.
about winning trophies, though. Like, I'll never knock a manager who can do that. Everyone's like, say, oh, he's only a cup manager. Like, being a cup manager is a good thing. Let's not even try to take the piss. But that don't make you an elite manager. An elite manager can do both. Elite manager can do the league. He can do the cups. He can do both of them. Ten Hag can't. And he hides behind the trophies. We saw that with the press conference video we saw earlier. And I was getting cooked about everything that's gone wrong with the team. I've won trophies.
Trophies.
The
And
man
the
has
crazy
no
part is,
shame, honestly.
the crazy
He has
part
no
is you're paid. You're not paid to just be a cup manager. If you was paid a pittance, I'd understand. If you was the 20th best paid manager or 15th or 16th or even the 10th best paid manager in the league, I'd hear that rhetoric from you. You are paid extremely well. You are one of the best paid managers in the league. You are one of the best paid managers in Europe. And you are also backed like that. You've spent 550 million in 3 seasons. Being a cup manager is not sufficient. No disrespect. This ain't a Newcastle or someone like that. This ain't a Brighton where that is accepted, where picking up a trophy. You are backed for Manchester United to get back to the top. This is why big money is spent.
I will say, though, he would have to go and win another trophy just to keep everything quiet for another season. He'd have to go and win another one.
Because these idiot owners would keep him. We could finish 10th with a -6 goal difference this time. Go out of Europe, finish 31st in the European table because it's like 34 teams now, however many it is, and win the FA Cup. And these lot will keep him. And our idiot fan base would write a letter to the owners to say keep him.
That was hilarious, bro. Oh my!
8th with a -goal difference. And
You
these
see,
men
I'd
said, yeah,
laugh.
There was
Our
like
fans did the
petitions
same
and
thing.
stuff. Honestly,
That's not even crazy. Our fans did the same thing like 8 months ago about keeping Conor Gallagher. They wrote a fat letter about, oh, we need to keep Gallagher. He's all part of our club and everything. Oh, he gets it, all this shit. And they just aired him. Thank the Lord.
I wish my ownership aired him, but like I say, they've shown their hand with the managers. In the transfer
Not
side of things, I like what they've done. Transfers, they've made most money we've ever made with outgoings in the Premier League era. Incoming's great. Deals done fantastic. Minus the Sancho deal. That's the only slight on them with that outgoing. But other than that, but when it comes to picking managers, they stink. Keeping a manager, interviewing two people.
Like this, like we can run jokes, but at first it was my club that was always bantered, and rightfully so, for lowering the standards, accepting mediocrity. Now we're seeing Man United new fans accepting it, Chelsea new fans accepting it. It's getting to a point where it's just dead. Like man, like 16 out of 10 Savić at the bottom, can't even be bothered to cook flawless because it's like, what's there to cook? And I've seen that happen to my club, bro. You're so dead, that it's not even. It actually makes the content dead. It makes the conversation dead. It makes everything dead. Watching you lot are dead. Everything's dead, bro.
Because people feel sorry for us. So at that point,
Just the worst part as well is like your fan.
I know you don't. I'm saying others though.
Take it back 10 years. Take it back 15 years. Imagine, I'm going to feel sorry for a Man United fan. Like, no, cook them all day long because you know how annoying they are. You know, you've always got one in your office. I'll win, glory, Man United and that. I always think, growing up thinking, do you know, any chance to flame these fuckers? I'm towards the bottom of the table. Actually, correction, I'm one position behind flawless.
You really real? I've been asking the question. I've been asking the question as well. Not only are I think we are -3 goal difference. When's the next Premier League game? I was asking this question yesterday. When's the next Premier League game where we score in 2 goals in a game?
Southampton. I reckon Southampton are really bad.
Oh, Southampton,
cool.
shit,
Early kick.
They're really bad.
Hey, Ugo Chukwu masterclass. We will be there.
He's not even playing, bruv. I only know that because in my fantasy, you get me 0 points.
Wait until we rock up there with Garnacho, Rashford, and Bruno. All right, bet.
Not played a single minute so far.
Oh, get that manager out, bro. What is this shit?
No, do you know what's the worst part about?
We need to stay in the league. We need that guy. He's useless. We need him if we're going to stay in the league. Big up. Forgot his name. Rogers.
Fair enough.
Martin.
What's his name?
Russell
I
Martin.
forgot.
Or that guy.
Russell Martin.
Russell Martin. I had Rogers in my head. Yeah.
You know what's the worst part about this as well is that the Man United fans were acting like they got this whole new manager at the start just because they kept the same manager with the new ownership. So the way they're acting now, with the first 3 games, they're like, give the manager a chance, bro. He's been here 2 years. Coach, bro. Do your job. You're meant to coach. You can't just rely on your coaching staff to coach. This isn't 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Like, you don't rely on coaches to coach for you, and you're just a man manager on the side. That barely exists anymore. Like, apart from Carlo Ancelotti, what managers like that now that isn't a coach as well? Most managers are now head coaches, and the director of football's above them trying to help them and the whole structure and stuff. You've got even less excuses now. You stayed longer. You got this whole new structure. Yeah, you may not have got the attackers that you may have wanted or whatever, and you haven't got the whole new attack, which Man United should have been going for more attackers. They only signed one attacker, which is wild to me. But still, you've got less excuses now. You signed 3 defenders and a midfielder. Like, come on, there's no excuses. And then you signed a striker as well.
Honestly, that move is like a relegation team. Let's just keep it tight at the back, and let's see what we can just hold on for a draw.
And that's where we're at.
Big Sam is available.
And that's where we're at. At least with Big Sam, I know what I'm getting. You know what I'm saying? We'd be defensively more rigid.
Ten Hag.
And he'd actually
instead of sitting back or pressing, you're just gonna sit back. Okay, at least you know what you're doing.
Like I know I'm getting. Like it's just at the point where again this new season optimism has now disappeared. But it didn't take. Obviously, I didn't have any to begin with.
I was going to say, Flo's been consistent since summer, even before the summer kicked off.
Yeah, before it kicked off.
People better be giving you their apologies. Because I said the amount of shit that I used to see you getting throughout the summer. Oh, get Flawless off this panel. Oh, you don't back United well enough. He never has anything positive to say about Manchester United. Why is this guy here representing our football? Here you are.
He's a realist, bro.
3-0 against Liverpool. They
could have been 5-0.
3-0 against Liverpool.
Why are you positive? Could have been 5-0 Flawless. 7 years ago. We're making improvements.
Honestly,
I'm saying 3-0 against Liverpool and the Stretford End, the United faithful are booing the manager, and everyone's quiet. They booed the manager. But when I'm critical of the manager, it's a problem. But you know,
we lost 7-0 last time, so it's improvement.
Man, it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Why is it? That's why I don't read comments. Because it's like I know what I'm talking about, especially when it comes to Manchester United. I've been here before. I've seen this. You know what I'm saying? I've seen us be bad for 10, 11 years. So it's kind of like, all right, you see the signs. And it's obvious it ain't no crystal ball thing. You don't have to be a mystic Meg to figure it out. Look at the manager, look at the team. Simple as that. Look at our attack, look at the manager. It's really that simple. Go look at what we did. Last year is the evidence. 57 league goals. We scored 5 more than Luton, who got relegated. But all of a sudden, we're going to jump and score 85. 5 more than Luton Town, who were at champions.
Yeah, me too, man.
But all right, cool. But now everyone's quiet. I even have the comments up today, but it's changed.
Season,
we're just mourning your football club, literally. We're just doing eulogy for your football club at the moment.
But I bet everyone's changed. Now we've all the eulogies. Everyone's just late to the funeral. We've been in the ground. You lot just found the body. Everyone just found the body. We've been.
There's the tombstone.
There it is.
Now we're just busy in the grave.
We got distracted by Man City, and we just thought we're in a different part of Manchester.
I've been saying, hey, you know what? It's up there. You know, the body's up there. Nah, we don't believe you. It's in there. It's in the ground.
You're the hater.
It's the hater. Nah, it's not up there. And then they go, oh shit, it's actually up here. But all right, cool.
Yeah, they've been trying to hide the body in the attic for time, man. They've been trying to hide the body everywhere.
The difference in numbers now when I
ask. That's the difference. In the attic, it's hidden. It's been on display. It's been on the foot. It's been in the centre of Old Trafford, in the middle of the pitch. Not even in the middle of the pitch, towards the goal.
The difference now when I ask the question how many league goals we scoring compared to before the Liverpool game and before the Brighton game and before the Fulham game is night and day. All high numbers. Now I ain't seeing nothing higher than 60. Before that, I wasn't seeing anything lower than 75. 3 weeks, you know.
Now you're
this attack's not that good. Yeah, because people really thought that Hack and Van Nistelrooy and Ratcliffe and Barado and Wilcox and Dan Ashworth were going to change things. Because any of us were going to dictate to him how he plays on the pitch and dictate his lineup and enforce possession-based football. But then we sold one of our possession-based footballers to Chelsea. Makes no sense. It makes zero sense.
I don't get that one.
You can't even that's okay. Dominic to bail you out because he's gone as well.
Yeah, it's like I'm glad he's gone. So glad he's gone.
Yeah, me too. After last season, I hear that. Ryan. Yeah, that fucking game will traumatize me for years, bro.
That was a good game. I was there. That's why it was a good game.
And so I can't even say too much because I know we're facing you in a fucking month or two. We'll probably lose that one as well.
No. That'll be that's when everyone will realize. When
you've actually got good attackers now, man.
We did this last season with Poch.
No. I said you don't know, but I said last season we'd beat you. This season is the one. I'm telling you, we gotta go and do
it. Didn't they beat you last season anyway?
No, I'm
No,
talking
he's
about
talking
Old
about OT.
Trafford.
He's
We
talking
ain't
about
won
their
there
record at
in
OT.
11 years.
Because you know what? You have this season that you didn't have last season. Very, very good attackers. That's the difference. You got a lot in the final third. You're not going to beat us. And everyone's going to be like, oh, shit, Chelsea ain't won here in 10 years and they've come here and won 2-0.
Oh, God willing. The last time we won at Old Trafford, I was in year 10. So
That's
that would be
crazy.
nice.
Wow.
I might not even
mad.
go
Yeah.
to the... I've been to the last two. I might not even go to the one this year. I might not even go.
Actually, I won't say nothing. I have to see the
might not
game
even
in it.
go, man. I went to the last two Chelsea games. I might not even go. Last 2 years. That's how bad it is.
Ryan,
Real
from
sis.
the Liverpool side, how are you feeling about the game? Because 3 games in from slot, I was saying I'm not sure how your season's gonna go. I thought you were still gonna get third, but I thought fourth might be a little bit closer towards you than it was last season. I feel like I might have to take that back if this form keeps continuing. Because defensively, you guys are fucking solid. Your pressing system's good. Yeah, you guys aren't really attacking as much as you do before, but like it's a much better system and you guys are playing good football. It's the best you could ask for. How are you feeling, bro?
I feel we are though. Like I feel we are like if you look at the 3 games we played this season against Ipswich, we should have scored about 8 in the second half. Against Brentford, we should have scored about 5 or 6, and yesterday we should have scored about 5 or 6 easily as well. So I think our attacking play is still definitely there, man. Like
But to be
you've
fair,
even
I
got
missed
Lewis.
parts of the first half, so maybe it's on me.
It's good. Like you've even got Luis Diaz scoring goals. Like, bro, that might just be like Slot's greatest achievement so far, bro. Luis Diaz with 3 goals in 3 games. That's crazy. But now you know what it was yesterday. It was like the perfect away performance against your biggest rivals. Like, yeah, we can all say United is shit. Obviously, we all know it at the end of the day. But for Liverpool going to Old Trafford, that's a lot different. For example, for Chelsea going to Old Trafford or Leicester going to Old Trafford or West Ham, etc. It's a lot different for Liverpool going to Old Trafford. Obviously, they're up for it. You know, we've seen them before in the past when we've been miles better than them. You know, we struggle there when we go there at the end of the day. I think Klopp only won there in the league twice, and one of them was behind closed doors. So, and then vice versa, you've seen great Man United teams come to really shit Liverpool teams, and you know we win at the end of the day at Anfield. So, it's a very tough game to play in, and for us to go to Old Trafford, and that's probably the best I've ever seen us play there in a way, in terms of like domination from start to finish. In terms of, I think the 4-1 in '09 is kind of up there as well, because when you consider the caliber of team we played against then. But this was like they started off well, but you have to remember they're up for it. Their fans are up for it. So I always say when we go to Old Trafford, just get through the first 10-20 minutes without conceding, and then you get yourself into the game more. But like we got the disallowed goal, and just some of our build-up play as well was brilliant. I mean, just what was letting us down the first half an hour was our final ball, and the final third was just letting us down a bit. It would just break down, but then obviously they made a couple of mistakes, and we capitalized on them, man. And suddenly 2-0. Great finishes from Diaz, great assists from Salah. Yeah, Salah seems on the best form he's been in since for about 3 years, I'd say. He's looking as sharp as he has been for a while. But yeah, man, we just controlled it. And, yeah, after it went 3-0, we sort of slackened off. Most teams do when you go 3-0 up in a game. And that's when they had a couple of chances. But, bro, I don't think I've ever felt that comfortable at Old Trafford in terms of seeing my team play there. Like, it was so comfortable. And,
Even compared to the 5-0.
yeah, because the 5-0 was weird. Obviously, the second half you're comfortable, you're 4-0, but the 5-0 was in the first half was so end to end that game. They had their chances as well. It was just that we were way more clinical than them. We took our chances, they didn't, because we had better plays than going forward. But actually, it was just an end to end chaotic game, that, and we just were more clinical. This was literally like men against boys. This game yesterday. Like they couldn't compete with us at the end of the day, all over the pitch. If you go through individual performances, like Ryan Gravenberch, oh my days, like Flawless knows how much I've backed this guy for like the last year. Honestly, I've backed this guy. I've said he's our most talented midfielder at the club. And obviously that upsets a few of our fans because they just hype up McAllister. Even though McAllister's played well, they just hype up McAllister to summit that he isn't. But Gravenberch, I've always said is more talented. And I just think Klopp wasn't the manager to get it out of him at the end of the day. And it seems like Gravenberch is more suited to what Slot wants at the end of the day, and he's been brilliant, man, absolutely brilliant. He dominated that midfield yesterday, off the ball, on the ball. On the ball, he's magnificent. Honestly, his first touch, his ball carrying, he's so hard to stop when he's driving forward with the ball. Now he was exceptional, man, and hopefully it continues. My only worry with him is just the depth at the end of the day. Like you can't overplay him. Do you get what I mean? When we got Champions League football coming back in, when that's going to be the biggest test for us. You know, you can't play him every single game. He's gonna need his rest, and then behind him you've got like Endo and like, you know, it just doesn't fill you with confidence, does it? But like at the moment he's playing fantastic. Salah and Diaz as well, being absolutely exceptional. Diaz, honestly, like, I'm shocked. Genuinely, I'm genuinely shocked by the way he's playing.
Same. This guy had no end product last season, and now 2-3.
Bro, it's like all
Well,
summer we're
3-2.
begging for Anthony Gordon, and then you know suddenly Diaz is kind of has upped his game in it. Like maybe he's just seen how close we were to signing Gordon, and he's just decided, oh, you know, I can't take this for granted now. I need to up my game, and you know he's been brilliant. That second goal in particular was a great finish, man. And Salah as well, man. His all round game being brilliant. 2 assists, 1 goal. Even though that his goal, Onana's positioning was just weird. Honestly, it was just not
My word, it
normal.
was woeful, fam.
It was
Terrible
just yeah, it
goalkeeper,
was.
man. Don't excel at anything, but we should give him another chance.
How come there's still contract issues with him and fucking Van Dijk and Trent, bro?
I think it's just games at the moment, to be honest. You know, like because Salah, it all comes down to. I think it's a lot to do with the wage structure as well. You look at obviously Salah's on at 350k a week, and you know, do you end up giving 400 or 500k to him for a player who's in his early 30s? At the end of the day, I don't know that because I know Edwards isn't a fan of giving like big contracts to players in their 30s, but like I think, to be fair, I think it's quite clear Salah wants to stay. And I think Van Dijk's the one I'm most convinced will definitely sign. I've been convinced Van Dijk will sign all along. I think he will. I think Trent's the one I'm worried about just because of the Madrid law. Like the Madrid law is just dangerous. Do you get what I mean? Like they're the biggest club in the world. It's you know, it's an upgrade for any player in the world to go to Real Madrid at the end of the day. It's the pinnacle, really. So that's always going to be dangerous, especially for a player going into his prime years as well. So Trent's the one where I'm like, oh, you know, not as confident on. But I actually think Van Dijk and Salah will probably sign. Trent is like 50-50, I'd say. But hopefully we get him signed, man, because otherwise, if you get rid of them, then you've got a whole massive. You kind of got a massive rebuild to do next summer to replace those 3 players alone. At the end of the day, because they're 3 world-class players and 3 massive parts of our team that have been there for years. At the end of the day, so now you got to get their contract sorted. But turns back to the performance, man. Like Van Dijk and Kanate as well just rocked it. Kanate, man, bro, he's just looked different this season. Like I don't know what it is, bro. Like the way he ended last season, he was shocking at the end of last season, but this season he's just looked
You
a
buying your
different.
stocks?
Bro, he's just looked a different level this
You
season,
buying
bro.
your stocks?
Just give him a bit more, just a bit too early yet. But
That was
bro,
a bit too early. Are you
bit
being a
too
bit
early,
more
man.
late? All right, cool. All
Bit
right,
too early.
first.
But bro, like the way
Yeah.
he's played at the moment, honestly, he's been brilliant. Van Dijk, obviously, you know what you're gonna get with him. Allison, just Allison in it. Like, yeah, we're just looking good, man. And you know, I always said this as well. Like, people are acting like just assuming we, you know, go down from Klopp at we just have a fall off this season. But I always said like, don't assume that at the end of the day. It might happen. I'm not going to sit here and say that might not happen. It might happen, but I've watched us the last 2 years under Klopp, and I'll tell you, his dumbass tactics have cost us a lot over the last 2 seasons. Look at the way we've played football in the last 2 years, conceding chance after chance, our defense being exposed all the time, conceding the first goal in every game pretty much. Like his coaching has been an issue last couple of years. His tactics have been shit last couple of years. So you've got and Slot just seems to be changing that. We defensively we look a lot more solid because we look like we're controlling games better. The defense looks less exposed. We're not getting run through in midfield. You know, on the ball we're more patient. Honestly, it's just brilliant to watch, man. It's the best football I've seen us play in years, to be honest with you. I'm not even joking. And yeah, like obviously you have to be a bit quiet when you say this stuff because the Klopp stands, you know, who don't like, oh, it's like don't disrespect Klopp. Well, honestly, bro, like, come on, man.
Well,
Like,
that's a
because
bit too late for you anyway, so it's all
yeah,
right.
like,
Yeah,
come
it's
on,
way too
man. The
late for
guys,
you,
if
fam.
you've watched us
That
last
ship
couple of
has
years,
sailed, fam. That ship has sailed.
if you've
After
watched
what
us
you've said
last
about
couple of
Klopp.
years, his tactics have been dog shit, bro. But then all of a sudden you can't say that at the end of the day. It's like, oh, slots improving us. Oh, you can't say that at the end of the day. Like Hussam, like I said it to Hussam yesterday. It's like Hussam said, Klopp's tactics weren't an issue. Our XG was very high, and I'm like, what about our XG against? Bro, we were conceding goals for fun. We ain't even conceded a goal this season in the first 3 games. Like, come on, bro. Like, at the end of the day. But look out, it's still early, but Slot's, been exceptional so far. Set us up brilliantly in every game. We've not conceded a goal, 7 goals scored, 3 wins out of 3. You can't complain the way we've been playing. And that was a big one for him yesterday. Like I said, to go away to your biggest rivals is always a tough game for any team. And the way we just dismantled them was brilliant to watch, man. Look, literally that game yesterday, Ipswich and Brentford gave us easier games, man. Like I'm not even harder games. Sorry, they gave us harder games for sure. Ipswich and Brentford, the pair of them. Like honestly, I couldn't believe how easy that was yesterday, man. Like their fans leaving like 20 minutes early, doing Olays after 60 minutes, man. Oh, it was so good to see Olays after 60
minutes.
It's a violation.
60 minutes.
Violation.
Fucking hell. Normally it's like 80, 85.
Yeah.
I ain't heard that since. Oh, you know what? I'm not even bringing that game up. Fuck that. Fuck that. That just gave me PTSD to the Emirates last season. Fuck that shit. Yeah, shout out to Horizon saying just pulled up. Good looks on the stream, guys. You guys see De Gea moving mad? Something happened with Fiorentina.
What, the penalty shootout or something else? Because I know he saved the penalty, went up a penalty shootout in the Conference League. Other than that, I haven't seen
And
anything.
also, moving mad could mean
what Puskas
really
like
positive
academy
or
going
really
through.
negative.
He might be getting cancelled, and we just don't know it. Like, if you say
Yeah.
moving mad, it's very generic.
If anyone in Italian football is getting cancelled, apparently it's fucking Di Canio with the whole Leao beef that's been going on today.
What's happening?
That
mate?
was-
What's the
What happened with Leo?
So I think Di Canio must have called out Leao and Theo Hernandez for not going to the rest of the team during a cooling break in the second half. Although apparently it was because they just came on as subs, so they didn't really need to be there. So Leao came back posting on Twitter the picture of Di Canio doing the Nazi salute with Lazio.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on his Twitter now. In fact, let me see if I can find it.
Hey, Liao, let's go, man. Liao said, I ain't playing no games. He said, I ain't playing no
I don't
games.
give a fuck.
It's that
Yeah,
third man. Put some respect on my name.
Liao,
That was a clapback.
oh, yeah,
It's
Liao
grim,
taking it. Yeah.
It's grim.
Yeah, that's a mad one. But yeah, I just wanted to bring a couple of updates I literally dropped in the last hour. So Osimhen's going to take his medical at Galatasaray. So that's all done. January break clause potentially. Yeah, figure it out. And not Osimhen. Angelo Gabriel's left Chelsea to join Al Nassr. So that's another one that Sky Sports can take off their shitty fake 60-man squad list, and
What are we
another
down to
5
now?
million profit.
55?
We're actually down to the 20s.
I'm being real.
Nah,
I think you added Sancho, so you're back up to 60.
Yeah, it is. You know, it's
No, I
crazy.
think we're into the 20s now. I think
You know
we're
what's
in the
mad?
20s.
Chelsea got more players on the books than United will score league goals this season. Be deadly serious.
I heard this stat, right?
Be deadly serious, yo.
I heard this
Be
stat.
deadly serious.
Wait until
One
you're
thing is
struggling
actually-
for
I
goal
can't
of the
even
month
laugh because I'm
contenders.
yawning
That's
your-
when you know you're down bad.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Your mind is
You're
cold.
flawless.
Did you get 3 goals last month? Maybe. Fucking hell.
Nah, we got 2. Don't do that. We got 2.
Ugh.
2.
Yeah,
We
you
got
won
2 and one of them
1-0
was
against
deflected.
Fulham. I thought it was 2.
Yeah.
My bad.
Come on, man.
But
We
to
don't,
put some
we don't want
disrespect
that.
on him.
Yeah, we don't score 2 goals in a game. Come on,
Bro,
now.
they got 2 and one of them was deflected, bro. Like,
You know
come
what
on.
I'm saying?
But like,
Come on now, fam.
bro, Flores,
Oh.
I'm sure heard this stat, right? That
Yeah.
in the last few years or so, I don't know however many years, right? Like, in terms of top goal scorers at Old Trafford, Salah's like 7th or something.
Something like that, yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
how?
Yeah,
Since
that's-
He
2021.
plays there once a year.
Yo, we have cracked 70 goals once in the last 10 years in the league. What do you mean how? We don't
I'm
score.
just saying, that
One
is a
season under
wild
Van
stat
Gaal, we
if it's
scored
true.
48 goals. We do not score goals.
And you lot hated Van Gaal as well.
We do. Yeah, it's 48. I think one season is
Because it was just
48.
possession.
Yeah, but
So,
at least
yeah,
you didn't
possession
really
for the-
concede that many then.
Yeah, because we just
I
passed
didn't
the
even
ball
think Van
around.
Gaal was that bad for them at the time.
No,
At
neither
the
did I.
time, but you remember the standards were still remember the
Higher.
Fergie days.
Yeah,
Nah,
They
Nah,
sacked him after
yeah.
winning an FA Cup.
Yeah.
Now they're rewarding it. Shit.
Yeah,
Shit like
exactly.
that.
And
bro.
he was
I
miles
feel like
That's
better
why I
Oli
than
thought
thing
Ten
was
Hag
when
was
he
still
changed
going to
the
go
game, bro.
regardless.
same.
Yeah.
And he was miles
Glory,
better
glory,
than
Man
Ten Hag.
United means you don't lose. It means you get a draw. You nick a draw.
Yeah, because with Van Gaal, it was just possession for possession's sake. Just 1,000 passes. You know, like when you're in training drills and they're like 10 passes for a goal. That's what it was like on the Van Gaal.
Not 10.
When it's like,
1,000.
yeah, 1,000. Every 1,000 passes, we get a goal. Like, so
I feel
was
like the
you know,
Ollie one was when the standards of your fan base went down because that was when the emotion came into it.
Thanks.
And I'm
Emotion,
like,
Wait,
even
football?
I've just realized, bro. You see how the standards drop whenever they put a fucking legend in charge?
because you can't
Or
diss a
well,
legend.
for Arsenal's case, Arteta. But,
You can't criticize a legend.
sorry, I can't call him a
You can't
legend.
criticize the club. You're not a real fan, but these men were booing the manager. You know what I'm saying?
Because
So
as soon
they
as we
gonna
brought in Lampard, everyone turned into a fucking Cobham sexual and just picked
Yeah,
an
it's
academy
crazy.
grad to suck
your
off.
fans booed Garnacho being taken off.
No.
Fucking
Yeah,
hell,
exactly.
what's wrong
Yeah,
with your club?
No, because they was right to. Because Garnacho should, as poor as he was, should not have been taken off. It was Rashford.
Yeah, I know Rashford, but he's Garnacho.
Rashford should have been
like,
taken off.
not...
No, he should have been left on. Dude, like that's where it stems from. It's not so much because of Garnacho. It's like as limited as he is because he is supremely limited.
If someone else should have gone off instead.
Rashford should have went off.
Yeah, I know.
It was Rashford.
Your fans hate Rashford even in the stadium. Whenever he gets the ball, you just say, "Oh."
Yeah, because we know that we're gonna lose the ball. That's why. And people say, "Oh, it means more." It should mean more. You mank born and bred. You came through the youth
believe
academy.
that time when he just had what was 1-on-1 with Kanate and he just went back. I could not believe that. I was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, for a Madison run.
Done.
Hey, fuck you, Jasmine.
Oh yeah,
that?
no, Joy, we need that Madison run. I want to hear that.
Yeah,
what
man.
happened to Madison, bro? This guy balled out.
Madison's all right. It's just, I don't think
It's just Jez.
It's just
Jez.
Oh no, I just need him to tell me because I missed the whole game. I was at the Chelsea match same time.
I watched the second half of the Spurs game. Spurs were pretty good actually.
It's probably trolling.
Definitely trolling Staffy.
I saw tweets about Rashford, like don't drop your Rashford stocks just yet. We're in 2024. You know this guy broke through in the 15-16 season.
And Mike's, he had the cheek to talk about, oh yeah, if you doubt, you know what I'm saying? For everyone who backed me, thank you. For those that doubt me, even better. The nerve.
Is he a rapper?
The audacity to say.
You know what I mean?
And talk a big game, but they can't back it.
Flawless sounds disgusting.
You have the audacity to say that. The goal, you know what I'm saying? What? You average 8 goals per league season since you've been here. What are we talking about?
That is
hilarious.
All right.
Your flawless boss. What did you
Tomini
think
got
of Ten
that
Hag?
last season, right?
Probably. They're probably on par.
He is the McTominay of wingers, though. He's the McTominay of wingers. People just don't like to say it because
at least McTominay will box crash from time to time. He has a use. Rashford's useless. He doesn't do anything. He's not had a shot. We've played 3 matches and he hasn't had not had a shot on target. He's not had a shot.
That's his choice as well. He's been in shooting positions as well. He just decided not to shoot.
We move, man. Hey,
shout out to Anthony. Sorry, bro. Shout out to Anthony saying, Lewis, we have played horrible our first 3 games at Milan to start the season, so I could care less about the beef. Every player and Fonseca will be criticized until moral improves. I didn't even know you guys had that bad of a start. All I saw was just the Leao picture going around. What is, just quickly before we segue to the next team, I want to check. How is there Hella 2? You guys are drawn 2 and lost 1. Okay, yeah, fair enough.
They signed Emerson Royal
at the Liverpool game to save his job or something.
The what?
I heard something that Fonseca has the Liverpool game to save his job or something like, because our first game in Champions League is Milan. And like, I guess if he loses that,
I'll stay tuned for that one. Shane, big up AC Chelsea. Big up, my guys. Get some more Cobham graduates. We got plenty coming out from around here. North side.
What are you on about?
Yeah, profit. That's what I'm saying.
Get your Cobham grads. It sold the championship. It sold to us, bro. We got about. They're not going. It's being.
Yeah, come shop again.
They're not happening.
Come shop again.
Yeah, no.
Right, we'll keep making them. You got keep buying them.
Your squad, not even in the team.
Fuck's sakes.
I can run. Right. That's all it is.
Right, I'm going to segue to the Arsenal section quickly. So, North side, bro, you guys dropped points as well. 1-1 draw against Brighton. You guys had refereeing controversy in your game as well, but I don't think it's the same in terms of the way it impacted the game because Rice actually deserved to get sent off. That was a second yellow card offense, as simple as that. And I know people are going to say, oh, Pedro should have had the yellow here. This should have been a yellow. Fair enough. I understand those arguments, but you can't argue a right decision with a wrong decision and say that's why this decision should have been given. That's like saying, okay, cool, I just want the referees to be even more incompetent. At least be equally incompetent. I know what the fuck. How about you just be equally good at your job? But in terms of Arsenal, like, that's going to be a frustrating result for you because you've been in like 2 title races with Man City and you know every point counts. Not just at the end of the season, not just the run-in from the start. And now you've already dropped 2 points at the start. How are you feeling, bro?
Nothing changes at this club. I'm tired. Nothing changes, bro. It's the same porcaria every year, bro. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this, bro. Yeah, I'm saying I'm tired of this because this is just jarring, bro. Like, Matoma was absolutely cooking Ben White, bro. You know what I'm saying? Ben White was getting turned inside out. It's fitting that he looks like George Michael. You know what I'm saying? Because he likes to get turned inside out. So that's fitting, isn't it? You know what I mean? The shoe fits, the shoe fits. You know what I mean? Both of our centre-backs, bro. I don't know what's going on, bro. You know what I mean? One of them, bro, the way they got turned, the way Gabriel got turned, one through ball, bro. One through ball, and Gabriel was made to look like Dutchavelli, bro. Is that good enough? Is that good enough? Is that good enough? It's not good enough.
Dutchavelli, bro. I know that for years.
No, real talk. Bro, there's a vim when I cuss this club because this club has pissed me off for 20 years, bro. Pissed me off for 20 years, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really care who in the internet gets rattled. I don't care, bro. I don't need that flipping Ghanaian 50 Cent in the middle of the pitch if that's what you're going to do in flipping Thomas Partey, bro. What's that? What's that, bro? The skinny Kalechi doing nothing, dancing around, putting Afro beats in the middle of the pitch. Do your job, bro. Do your job. This ain't the time. This ain't Afro Nation. This ain't Afro Nation. This ain't wireless. It's not the time, bro. 2 games in a row, you're getting cooked. You got cooked by Rodgers. Now you're getting cooked again in the midfield. What's going on? Get your nappy, picky head out my club if you're not going to play for this club, bro. I'm tired of it. Declan Rice, another one, bro. This Uncle Ben's Rice. I said this guy ain't good enough. Lewis, I've been said, bro, this guy, yeah, the way that, what are you doing? What are you doing? Man's trying to do the whole synchronized diver when you're the one kicking the ball away and then you're there arguing. What are you arguing about? What are you arguing about, bro? Man,
I read that he at least owned up to it afterwards. He said I was on some stupidness.
Yeah, but then he said in his Instagram comment or something after something.
It was unnecessary, bro. It was unnecessary. Why are you kicking the ball away? The referee's already given a free kick. Move yourself, man. Move yourself. I'm tired of this guy, bro. But because he's English, yeah, they'll back him in it. Because he looks like Ryland from X Factor. I'm tired of Declan Rice. Fix up, bro. What are you doing? You want to do that?
You know what? I take that back.
Look, and they always back it, bro. They always back it. Look it. They always back it, bro, because his face fits. But they'll cuss out Partey's performance. But his
Why is John Terry crying in the comment?
Oh, that was weird.
These man always cry for bro. These man be crying for men more than flipping Love Island when the girls realize the guys are going Casa more. These man cry more. These man cry more, bro. They're always crying for men. This is what they do.
Bro.
This is what I do.
Relationship.
I need boys to men. I don't need boys crying for men, bro. What is going on? We need to improve. This ain't good enough. We're supposed to be winning the league title, and these men are still talking like it's phase 2, like it's phase 1. Bro, this club, bro, this is what I'm saying here. Like, to an extent, yeah, there's only so much I can really banter like flawless here, because actually deep down I feel sorry because I know what's in store. I've had 20 years of this, and there's always an excuse, bro. And the internet just perpetuates it, because once people don't like you, they'll never be humble enough to say, do you know what? Yeah, you're onto something. Nah, they'll just keep hitting you with more excuses, bro. More excuses. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
So,
well, I don't care for them people.
Bro, like, bro, I've seen almost everyone in this panel. I've seen Chelsea win everything. I've seen Man United win everything. I've seen Man City come up and win everything. Yeah, how am I supposed to feel as a fan, bro? When there was things that we needed to address, we didn't address. These men are talking about we got the best defense in the league. One pass, bro. But Lewis Dunk, one pass, and the whole defense capitulated, bro. Make it make sense. People trying to gas up Havertz. It was a decent finish. Yeah, cool. Why didn't you take your other opportunities? Because you had more than one chance to score. Why? Did I not say that this guy, and the fact that he's best attribute, if you can even say he's got a good attribute, is not scoring, and it will cost us points. Where he's already costing us points. But because he looks like baby reindeer, they'll get behind him, bro. They'll get behind him. Why? Because his face fits, bro. These men did it for Zinchenko. They did it for Nketiah. Only when they say that they've had enough is it just to call these players out. When I was calling out Zinchenko, they don't want to hear it. Yeah, I was negative. Now that they're done with him, because we got Timber and everyone, now they want to be honest about it. When we got Ramsdale, I said, yo, Ramsdale ain't good enough. Oh, he's one of the best goalkeepers in the league. Now that they're done with him, nah, we don't care. We got Raya now. These men are only honest when they get a new toy, bro. These men are like children. They're never honest. When they get a new toy, dash away the old toy, and then you hear their real feelings. How many times they told me to apologize to Nketiah? We got rid of him. My point is this. There's players in this squad that are not all that. But they will not accept it until they get a new toy, bro. That's it. That's why they gassed up Declan Rice. When they gassed up Declan Rice, yeah, they didn't gas up Declan Rice when he was at West Ham. When he was at West Ham, they said Thomas Partey is the best DM in the league. Facts. Now we got Rice. Oh, no. Rice is the best. Rice is the best. These guys are missing. They're disingenuous, bro. Trossard, bro, there's players that I rate that didn't play well. Trossard, I rate Trossard. He was rubbish. But guess what? Trossard, all it takes is him. He's like Ahmad, bro, at United. One bad performance, he'll get dropped. While other players can keep dropping stinkers after stinkers and they get chances to redeem themselves. This is the inconsistency that I don't like about this club and this management, bro. We needed a clinical goal scorer, and everybody, you didn't even need to be an Arsenal fan to realize that. We're what, 3 games in, and you can already see exactly why we need a striker. The same way Flawless said, this is why we needed a new manager at Man United. This is why we needed a ball-playing central midfielder, a playmaker. 3 games in. How come we're always the ones that are negative, but 3 games in, every single time we call it, we're right at the end of the season, bro? It's ridiculous. And people are telling me, oh, combinations. Go get your combinations and stick it up your cooler about combinations. Where was the combinations to get over the line against Brighton, bro? Where was always spread the goals round? What happened against Brighton? Why can't we spread the goals round against Brighton, bro? Why? Are Brighton Man City now? Why can't we get through? The same reason we weren't good enough and we stumbled to get through against Porto. The same reason why we got packed out against Aston Villa, even though they're going to be, oh, but we beat them recently. Cool. We'll see, innit? We will see. Because these guys, yeah, cannot accept reality. Nothing has changed at Arsenal. Quickly before I let everybody else talk, yeah, look at my bench, yeah? They told me we had combinations. They said we got the best defense. They told me we spread the goals around. They told me we're going to score from set pieces. When did that happen for us to beat Brighton then? Where was all these amazing things that we're going to bring to get over the line? Why wasn't it effective against Brighton? When you look at our bench, yeah, to affect their game, this is what we have. Calafiori, that looks like Hercules, which is why they love him, yeah, because they love it, bro. They love a guy.
They love a me.
They love it, bro. They love checking out men, bro.
Long hair and all that.
Skills, most feminine fan base. Instead of talking about football ability, oh, well, you know what? He flicks his hair, bro. If you want to go pride, go pride. This is a football club. This is not Skittles. This isn't.
We have the most attractive team in the league, guys.
That's
right.
Bro, Jorginho. We got Jorginho on the bench, bro. Jorginho on the bench. We got some next guy called Olad. Man, like, I don't even know. Lewis Skelly, they're gassing up. Why ain't he getting the game? Nathan and Wari, before the season started, they said, oh, Nathan and Wari is going to get game time. He's going to save us. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. Shut up, bro. Man looks like NBA young boy. He ain't doing nothing, bro. He ain't doing nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? Where was he then to change the game? Where was he? Because your manager preferred to bring on Calafiori than bring in Wari, but you're telling me this guy's going to be sourcing. Yeah, you told me the same about Patino. You told me the same about flipping Balogun. You told me the same against Nketiah. You know what I'm saying? Shut up, man. I'm tired of it. We got flipping Setford, some any goalkeeper. I don't even know who this guy is. We got Zinchenko. The blonde Cisco. We got him coming off the bench. We got Jacob Kivio and we got Martinelli. Martinelli off the bench, like he's gonna do something. The Brazilian Chandler from Friends. Well, he ain't doing nothing, bro. He ain't doing nothing. The guy's on a decline. Nah, bro, I'm tired of this club. And my fan base are so stupid, yeah? Oh, why do you always cuss Arsenal? Because I actually care, bro. Because I actually care. Do you know what I'm saying? But I'm done, bro. Let's waste another year of not doing what needs to be done. And then you still won't tell me, you know what, Northside, I may not like the way you speak. I may not like the way you go about it. But you know what, yeah? You're being real about it. It is what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? Look. This is the book that I get. Oh, you're talking
there you
rival
are.
fans.
There you are.
Okay then. Okay then.
Knew it wouldn't have taken long enough. I tell you, people just can't hear the truth when it comes to a football club. That's it. When you look at the options, bruv, you spent how long complaining about your bench for this? Like I've seen Chelsea pull out lineups like benches like this when we had a 14-man injury crisis.
And half the team make 5 subs in a game, as Brighton made all 5 of theirs.
Yep. And the first one was Calafiori coming on.
Just after they conceded as well.
Yeah. So after they conceded, they still decided to go to a 5 after that. And the funny thing is, when you have 10 men, you still had chances. And you still
Brighton were horrible after they went.
Clear-cut chances,
Brighton was shocking.
Yeah. Havertz, Saka, after the red card, before the red card, Havertz, Saka, Odegaard, take your chances, stop blaming referees. Like, offsides are 110% right.
I said to you the other day, Flawless, that game was there for Arsenal even after the red card because Brighton did nothing after the red light. And the goal they conceded, Arsenal was shocking, like the defending for it. And I'm like, if you defend that properly, Arsenal could have easily seen out a 1-0 win there because Brighton did nothing. Yeah, they had possession, but they didn't do anything with it. Like that game was there for Arsenal, and it was easily 2 points dropped, man. It was poor.
I know it's crazy. Arsenal fans will have more vim and more critique for Northside than they do for the actual players or the actual board who can change things. That's the craziest part. People critique Northside like he's the one making deals, or he's the one on the pitch misplacing passes, or missing chances, or not tracking his men. That's always the craziest part. Content creators like Northside get so much criticism for just stating his opinion, and he's spot on about it. So I asked, that's why you ain't won a trophy in half a decade. It's not Northside's fault. That's what
they'll love it, yeah. If
I'm adding in this year because they ain't winning this year.
If I was running these jokes, to the rivals and not to my club, I'm aware enough to know they would love me. But because it's towards my club, because I want my club to be better, you're doing this, you're twerking, you're trying to do, bro. Yeah, I actually have self-awareness, bro. Like, as much as I want to clown, Man United at their worst still won a Europa League. We got embarrassed at Baku. Don't think I forgot. Chelsea at their worst still won a Europa League and won a Champions League at their worst. What are we winning at our worst? We don't even dominate the FA Cup anymore. And I weren't even happy when we were doing that. I still wanted Wenger out because I weren't good enough anymore. Do you know
that's what vindicates your whole Arteta thing.
Bro, they want to gaslight. Bro, do you know what it is, Lewis? Yeah, do you know what's annoying? Yeah, man, want to talk like we're not old enough to be here through the whole thing. I was here through the whole 20 years. These man were finding Nemo in their dad's Tesco bag, and now you want to tell me something, bro? I was getting cooked on MSN. I was getting cooked on BlackBerry Pin. I was getting cooked everywhere, bro. Family cookout. Do you know what I'm saying? I've had enough, bro. Yeah, when my club starts winning major honors, yeah. Do you know, that's all I want, bro, because they're going to realize, oh, you know what, yeah? When Arsenal actually do well, Northside actually just cussing everybody else's team. But I can't just, bro, I have a little bit of banter, yeah, but I can't fully because my club's been in the dumps the longest out of all of you lot.
And you know your team has the capabilities of it, but they don't let the players realize.
Lewis, he's a Leicester fan. He can tell me I won the Prem more recent, bro. How does that not infuriate Arsenal fans, bro?
We've got a European trophy.
Yeah, West Ham have a European trophy.
We've got a European trophy.
West Ham
what do you see, mate?
It's just
a European trophy.
Or maybe not Jez. Yeah, maybe Jez.
Bro, the thing that I have is Madison at my football club, and it is what it is.
Hey, just sure, mate. How about that?
Yeah, what's going on?
Bro, flawless. That's your boy, bro. That's your fucking boy, bro.
Yeah,
that's your guy, bro. That's your guy. That's your guy, bro. I keep it up.
But like in all things with Arsenal, like sorry, Floss, were you gonna?
It's cool. No, go on. What you're gonna say?
No, but with Arsenal, I said this. Like, I'd be fuming if I was an Arsenal fan with the window they had. Like, obviously we had a poor window as well, but with Arsenal, you finished a point behind City. You're trying to close the gap and overtake them, and you sign. Calafiori's a very good player. It's a good signing, but again, your defense wasn't an issue anyway. But that's a good signing, but doesn't really fix your issues. Mikel Merino's bang average. I stand by it. He's bang average. He's nothing more than that, really. To me, like, he doesn't really improve you that much. And Sterling's been washed for 3 years. Like, I just don't get, like, you're 1 point off City and the gap's gotten bigger because City are way better this season than they were last. They've added Gundogan and Savio. They're better this season, so the gap's just gotten bigger. And honestly, with how close Arsenal have been, I'd just be fuming. And it's like me when we almost won the quadruple, finished 1 point behind City. Our summer was Darwin Núñez, so I've gone through something similar, bro. Like, so yeah, I'd just be fuming if I
You
was
know
an
what it
Arsenal
is?
fan, genuinely.
It's the same thing like that Arsenal fans had problems with a decade ago, but it's just because they dropped out of the Champions League. They haven't realized it. All they really seem to care about is just being in the UCL and getting that UCL bag. And like for Chelsea as an example, for people who ask why I'm not as critical of Clearlake and everything like that, I'm waiting for us to get back in the top 4. Once we get back into the top 4, once we have if we hopefully have a team that's contending for anything, we will see how serious people really are. Do we continue to build on it? Do we rest on our laurels? Are we happy to just be a top 4 team? Or do we push to try and contend for league titles? That's when you really find out stuff about your ownership. You guys, you've built a very good team. You're in now a position where you're contending for league titles. You're not adding on it. You're not building on it. You man brought in Sterling, who, to be honest, he'll be a good bench option for you. Super sub Sterling. I spoke a lot about it, but not what you needed.
Yeah,
it's not what they needed.
I was going to ask, what is that?
They got a centre. They got Calafiori. Sorry.
Lewis, don't justify that, please, bro. Don't justify.
No. It's not justification. He'll be good on the bench, but it's not what you need. You needed a striker. You needed a 9, and they didn't get that for you.
I was going to ask, watching that Brighton game, what does Sterling solve? Like, what situation does Sterling solve there? What did they get Sterling for? Because they have now got 3 left winger options and now 2 striker options, and the striker options are not strikers. And you know that Havertz chance, that second Havertz chance, a proper striker puts that away. You know that Saka chance, a proper striker making a run in that box puts that away. They needed a striker. Mm-hmm. What does Sterling solve for all the missed chances they had?
And they could have paid Osimhen the money that he wanted. Their wage structure's a much bigger mess than ours. They could have given him the money easily. He wouldn't have been their highest earner.
That's what it is. It's desperation from them with the Sterling signing. And then what's annoying to Northside and other Arsenal fans who are being critical, it's one thing when your team's bad and you know you're bad and you're far away. You're 5, 6, 7. But to be 2, 3 players away from legit, Arsenal are legit. A central midfielder and a centre forward away from winning the league. So imagine being 2 players away and you watch your club in a window not do it. Legit watched them 2, 3 seasons in a row not do it after 20 years with no major trophy. You know how irritating that is. That's why it is with United. Like I've said it, it's worse when United were better and we fell short because I knew it was good enough. Whereas now I just know we're not good enough. So even though I'm annoyed, it's like in my heart of hearts, I know we know good. But imagine being this. Look at the 2 title runnings they've had. Top of the league for 93% of the team. League.
Should have won both.
And 10-point lead, and you fall short because of lack of quality. Put 2, a serious central midfielder in their side and a serious centre forward in their side. They could arguably win the league. And you just watch.
But the thing is, their title chances could be
top 4 vibes. Champions League money and done.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Stop pissing me off about the Roman era so much. Whenever we won a major honour, we never acted on it. But never.
That's the criticism they had of Wenger, which was just top 4 and getting the money in, then go. So it's just the same problem, slightly of a better quality.
Their title chances could be done in the next. Not going to say done, but they could be in fucked in a few weeks, because if you think they've got Spurs away next to, and without Declan Rice as well, Derby game away, that would be tough for them, man. And they might win, but again, no, but that's the game where you wouldn't rule out Spurs getting something, and then City will keep winning.
I'm with Jez on that one.
But then you've got City away.
Mad is mad at the match, mate.
The only thing that Madison will be doing in that game is looking for a hard from stand, bro.
This is what support Barnett, man. You ain't
bro.
What's wrong?
Just quickly, wait. Do you have 2 games in midweek before City away? That can't be right.
One of them will get changed.
The Bolton game gonna get changed.
Nah, let him run that, man.
I hope it's the same with those.
I hope it doesn't. That'll be fucking hilarious. But
what? And that's great.
They don't care about the Carabao Cup anyway. They think it's beneath them.
They'll play the under 18s. Who we kidding?
Also great for Northside for content creator purposes. That as well, man. 4 games in what? 6 days? Or what was it? 8 days?
No, I'll be tired by then.
It'd be good though. Be good for content creator purposes. Northside, you can do the watch along, boom, recap, preview the next day, another game, Recap.
2 big games, man. Spurs and City as well away.
And Bolton.
And
Champions League
Fire.
game away in Italy in that as well.
talk to
man.
him,
Florida's
Ryan,
got
man.
his mojo.
Oh yeah,
back,
they
man.
got
We're not
Chelsea
talking about
away
Man
straight
United.
after that, by the
Yeah,
way.
100%.
Chelsea. When
Yeah,
did
Chelsea
I don't
straight
know.
after Inter away.
I
They
just
got-
see
they
the
got
levels
Chelsea.
rise, and then also been sucked out of.
Yeah. Oh no, it's Newcastle away, Inter away, then Chelsea away.
Oh,
Maybe Troops is right.
And Liverpool at home before that.
Hey, good
What?
context.
Those fixtures are nuts.
You know what Pep,
Yeah,
Pep, you know what Pep
that's
is doing right there.
Nah,
Like, Pep
that is a run
Pep is
from
looking at-
hell, bruv.
Pep is looking at them fixtures right there for Arsenal. It's like licking my chops, bro. Shout out to Pep Best, bro. This is what he's doing right now, bro.
Man's
Like,
already
bro,
sorting out his bus parade for
You better
May, bro.
fucking
Fucking hell.
Right.
Fuck no, that's a crazy running, bro. What the fuck?
That is one hell of a run in.
No,
We had better
you know.
take advantage of that. I swear on my life.
Appreciate
Let's
that.
see the excuses. What's the excuses? What's the excuses? Because when we're winning, we got the best manager, the best team. When things go sideways, it's a tough game. You know, it's a tough game.
Okay.
You know, we
Outside,
go
you know what it'd
again.
be? Declan Rice was suspended. That'll be one of them. Declan Rice suspended. Moreno.
Oh,
was
100%.
injured. There are two of them right there. There'll be two.
That's
of them.
it.
Hundred
Wait
percent.
till they come back. Facts. Wait till they come back.
Wait till they come back.
Sterling-
We get
Sterling-
our midfield back and Sterling.
Sterling,
Sells.
yeah, exactly. Sterling didn't have the preseason, bro.
That's it. See, yeah.
That's a great one.
Mikel Varane got injured by his own teammates.
Yeah, literally.
He's not had his
Moreno's
Instagram
back.
training yet. Bandaged
They want to
himself.
have praise forever for being nearly man. That's what they want. They want to always be praised for being nearly men, not being given the pressure to actually succeed, but always being praised for we're the only club competing with City. Yeah, well, so were Liverpool.
Wow.
And then they didn't address what they needed to after they won the league. But key word, they won the league against them at least. When you man was saying, they only won one Prem. We can't even do that. Yeah. And then they didn't address their midfield and then they fell off. Yeah. So if we keep not addressing what we need to address, we will eventually fall off. How much praise does a club need for competing with Pep? Like, bro, I never saw Wenger get this much praise for competing with Fergie, bro.
No.
The only time I saw him get praise was when he got over the line. I didn't see all of this happy, clap your hands. Oh, can't believe that we came second, bro. I don't understand, bro. But this fan base. They're like the North London Teletubbies. Again. They want to keep seeing the same crap again, bro. Don't get a striker. I see more videos about the new Crave system and where the back line is now impenetrable and all of this rubbish. Bro, shut up, man. Shut up. One pass, bro, went through the whole team. Shut up, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of it. But these guys are going to continue because the only people that support Arsenal that get criticized or get put that they actually have to be accountable for what they say is the fans like myself that won't just applaud everything. Everybody else can keep getting all of their presumptions wrong. Keep saying that we're scary. Keep saying that we're unbeatable and all that. Every time they fail, that's fine. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? There's only one section of this fan base that's ever held accountable. The rest, they can keep getting it wrong year in, year out. They're the ones that are the visionaries. They're the ones that know it all. Fine, whatever, man. Whatever, man. Do you know what I mean? This is why I cook them because I have no interest to talk to fans like that because it's idiots, bro. Yeah, and who was it? Said said it for Man United, and he was right. He goes, people that accept this in your family, they're enablers, bro. They're enablers.
Mm-hmm.
They just enable failure at your club, bro. And what they don't understand is why don't you actually drive for your club to be successful? Because guess what? Man City didn't get respect because people wanted to. They went there and they took that respect by winning Premier Leagues, by going and getting the players that they need to get over the line, by going and getting the best manager available, by winning the Champions League. Your rivals are not going to give you respect. You have to take that. You have to take that from them. Do you know what I'm saying?
What have they done this season? They bought back Gundogan. What did they do last season? They bought in Guardiola. They strengthened when they were ahead.
Yes.
Try and make sure that they're going to retain the title. So it's not just like, we're going to sit back and rest on laurels because we've got first. No, we're going to keep going and we're going to keep making this squad better with younger players. They're going to develop them. Gundogan's again a great signing for free. But everybody just went, fuck, they got the league again.
If Liverpool and Chelsea, especially Chelsea, if they win something before Arsenal, what's the excuse? They started their project before us. If Man United sack their manager and they win something before us, what's the excuse? What's the excuse, bro? Because we're 4 or 5 years ahead of them. Make it make sense. Chelsea ain't perfect, but they're playing really good attacking football. We weren't playing like this in phase 1 of Mikel Arteta. We weren't playing like this. You know what I mean? Ten Hag is a trash manager, but bro, he was able to get them 2 cups. When's this manager actually led us for a whole campaign to get us to win a cup? Well, what's the excuse, bro? Yeah, when everybody else's project starts catching up and then they overtake and start winning trophies, what's the excuse? What's the excuse then? Tired of it, man.
Your fans think the Carabao Cup is beneath you as well. That's like, I don't get it. Like, if, for example, like when City with Pep were going through their stuff, like they were just starting, he built a winning mentality by starting off with the Carabao Cup to then carry on. Once they didn't need that anymore, they stopped going for it. Arteta's like, fuck off the Carabao Cup, fuck the FA Cup, even though that was the job that made me burst onto the scene and all that. Like,
but then these man want to do biggest club in London. They want to add Carabao Cups into the conversation. It drives me crazy, bro.
Yeah, man.
Like if they win the Carabao Cup, you're adding that to your trophy count. So I'm not listening. That's
they include community shields as well.
I'm saying why not?
Oh, yeah, let's not even get started on that one. Well, we won a trophy last season. You won a dinner plate. Get out of here, bruv. Big up to Anthony Lafleur saying we should have never signed Spurs reject Emerson Royale. He's been awful and partly why we conceded 6 goals in 3 games. I'll be real, I don't even know why you guys got him in the
thank you, bro. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, bro. Like, I don't know what they saw in that bum, but bye bum, bro. Like bro. I'm just happy that guy is gone, bro. Oh my lord. Oh my
get
lord, bro.
out of here, bruv. I hear it.
And these guys gave him Kaka's number. Announcement comparing him to Cafu. Like, bro, I can't like this is karma right there.
They gave him Kaka's number because he's Brazilian. Nah, that is a vile.
Yeah, that's tapped. That's actually tapped.
Bro, that's not my problem, though, man. Not my problem.
That is, that's fucked, bro. Yeah, I'll be real though. AC Milan, that's a you problem. Any random football fan could have told you, lot, don't get Emerson Royale.
Emerson Royale, you know.
Aye. Speaking of though, what a segue to Tottenham, because Jez, I want to hear what went wrong in this game and also this whole Maddison situation, because I've seen that Avi's back again. Man's got the Maddison shirt before Osimhen's.
Bro, I think there's deadline day in Turkey, bro. Like Galatasaray, Beşiktaş. What else? What's the other team?
Just man, let's talk about the Newcastle game, mate. You know what I'm saying? How about we get there?
He put up the yo, lose, show. I got bring up the thing again. See, I got the team. Fenerbahce. What else? Beşiktaş right there as well, man. Like, come on, man.
Beşiktaş as well. Fuck.
Bro, the big three in Turkey right there, bro. Nah, but I'll be honest. I could only watch like
the window is closed.
Right, bro, they can have a...
Okay.
No, yeah, exactly. Yeah, Turkey.
I think Osimhen's still going on loan.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, I'm Premier League or nothing.
Yeah, so yeah, man. Like that, like I think it's deadline day today, so they can still technically make a bid. I don't know what they're gonna do, but yeah, man.
What are you gonna do
about the game.
Maddison, then?
Hey, man. The word question is, yeah.
No.
How to just get rid of them? I'll be honest. I'm just trying to think.
The real question is what you're gonna do.
That's the real question. We go and find somebody else. I can't do with that guy.
Window's closed.
Bro, you can. There's thousands of footballers out there. You can find somebody. You can find somebody out there. Yeah, you can find somebody out there. I'm not the football scout out there.
I'm
not the football fan.
The problem guy.
No, bro. Hey, I ain't getting paid. Hey, Flo says it, man. Flo says it all the time.
Hey, don't use my lines. Don't use my bars. Don't do that. No.
I'm not talking to Flawless. I'm talking to you.
I don't care. I don't care that's your part, man. I don't care that's your part. Flawless all the time says it, bro. These guys getting handsomely paid on a monthly basis, yearly basis, yeah, to go and score football players. You can find a footballer better than Maddison, though. But anyways, bro, I can't like Newcastle game, though. Newcastle game. I'm not a football scout. I'm just out here just sitting here talking about my team.
Fine, fucking get somebody from League One then, innit?
I don't know. I don't watch League One. This is the football score. That's the football score.
Just a real question. Would they be better than Maddison?
Who's better than Maddison? Who can you get better than Maddison?
I don't care. The football scout can go and look somebody because that guy is playing like a bamboo.
Maddison is the best you're gonna get in that position.
Okay, man. Nah, man. I don't hear that, man. This is what they were saying about our centre backs, man.
Who's going to be better than Madison? That's
I'm not discouraged, bro. I don't care, bro. So
even if you
get somebody in. No,
who's
even
that kind of
bro,
player, that level?
Bro, all I can say is here. Just go. The football skills. The football skills can go and find somebody. Nah, they can go and find somebody. That's not my job.
Bring up FPL. We can look there if you want.
Hell no, bro. But anyways, bro.
Just complain. Newcastle
game. Newcastle game.
Yeah, go for it, bro.
Yeah.
I only watched like first half and the bits of the second half because I had to go.
It as well, like your club.
No, man. I mean, I saw the second goal. That second goal, bro. Hey, it's the video monetized because I don't want to demonetize it.
Brother, it's all good. It's all good.
All right, okay, bro. Hey, bro. Romero and Madison for that second goal looked like some hoe ass niggas, bro. Bitches, bro. Bitches. Jolinton didn't even have to go and did like a madness on him. Like he tried to press all by himself. I don't know why. Gets done like a hoe. Then passes the ball right through our defense. Romero's probably still thinking about the racist chant. I'll be honest, bro. Like I don't know what he was doing, bro. But oh man, like how do I even start with the Newcastle game? But first half, it never felt like we was ever gonna score. Like Newcastle were just comfortable, in my opinion. Like you can see, like they were just staying in their shape and they said, "Yo, if you don't have a striker, cool. Kulusevski's not. We're not gonna forward it. How Kulusevski is gonna chop deep, trying to go and link up with play. The left wing gimmick, bro. That ain't it, in my opinion. He played better, to be fair, than in the Leicester game when I criticized him in that role. But guy is just not a left winger, bro. No back in this game. No ISO play. No dribbling. No crossing. No nothing, bro. Looks like Martinelli out there. Just a bit better though. But on the right side, Odegaard again couldn't do shit as well. The midfield, GALATASARAY ain't like nothing happened in the first half. I felt like only Newcastle had the better shots and better opportunities, and obviously they scored a good goal. Like that, the Harvey Barnes finish was actually really top in my opinion. Like I ain't gonna say that the keeper should have saved it, but just the way the goal happened is what pisses me off. Where the fuck is the defense? And this is kind of like where I always talk about this manager in terms of the parallels between us and United are so similar in terms of the way we concede goals and counter-attacks. Every single time, like the lack of concentration, one time, boom, the opposition team can just get behind us and can just go and finish whatever happens. If ever through a high line, this was the first goal from Newcastle was from a throw-in. That should never happen. I just can't understand how these guys don't even look like it doesn't even look like these guys even train defending. It's like all attack, bro. But I don't even think they train defending and training. It generally feels like it. So now we want no doubt.
Like a typical end game.
Yeah, pretty much. Like is what I said. I think last week we were doing Shameless. It's just another game from last season, and I'll be honest. Like what's it called? Ryan said, "Oh, Arsenal game is coming up. Tottenham might get a result." We ain't doing fuck all, bro. I feel like Arsenal fans overstayed the whole Rice thing. Our team has not been playing well. Shit, like Newcastle had fucking Jolinton, Longstaff, and Bruno Guimaraes in their midfield. You can't tell me that maybe I don't know who Arsenal going to put there for Rice, but you can't tell me the other two midfielders can't do anything against our midfield. You can't tell me.
That's the thing though, because with you guys, you're very predictable in the way that you play to a point where I just think Arsenal could do what they did last season. Hit you on the break.
They can't. And the fact is that we're not trying to fix that. Like me personally, I've said this already that
you might as well. By the way, because that was another problem I had.
We haven't conceded from a set piece, but it still looks shaky though. Like sometimes when I see Lukaku come out of the goal, looks too weak every single time when he comes out. To be honest, but we haven't conceded a set piece, so you would think we improve. But next thing you know, Arsenal, you see Saliba or you see Gabriel just towering one of our centre backs and go and get a 1-0 right there. And how are we going to unlock Arsenal then? Our attackers are not great. The midfielders ain't scoring goals. The fullbacks, like Paul, is taking hella shots, but every shot is getting blocked. How are we going to score then? we don't even know if Sri Lanka is going to be there. We don't even know if Sri Lanka is going to be there for the Arsenal game at this moment. Richarlison just got injured out of nowhere again. Shit, even our academy striker that we should have as the third choice, that motherfucker's injured too. So we don't even have a striker at the football club at the moment who can actually play, even all the way down to the academy. Unless you want to go and get a 17-year-old starting against Arsenal, bro. Hell no. So I'll be honest, ain't looking good, man. Hey,
what about Son up front?
Son up front against Arsenal, I ain't really feeling that, though, to be honest. Like, I feel like Arsenal, because the way me personally I look at Son up front is when you play against team who actually want to have the ball. Like, Arsenal going to be comfortable knowing that, you know what, they're not going to unlock us. We can just play on the counter attack. So I just don't see the idea of Son through the middle. But then Kulusevski is not a 9 either. I've seen guys trying to slander Kulusevski, but then I see no slander from Maddison yesterday. I'm like, that motherfucker played worse than him. And this is where I kind of say, like,
Northside, big up, brother. It's been great having you on, bro.
Big up, Northside.
Big up. Love every time, family, yeah?
Love.
Nah, like, but going back to the Maddison Kulusevski thing, like, but I see guys slandering Kulusevski like he's a bum, he can't play through the middle, he can't through the right wing. First and foremost, the guy's not even a false 9. But we are trying to kind of just get him into the 11 because he's been actually playing well. Maddison, I think he only played like one good game, 1.5 good games. 1.5 versus Leicester and the Everton game. Leicester stank out the place, but nobody talks about it. I'm telling you, this is White Bruno right there. White Bruno Fernandes. The guy can have a shit game and it doesn't matter, bro. Because the guy will make Maddison.
Say Maddison.
No, what are you on about, bro?
He's White Bruno.
What was that? The game?
No,
Maddison was talking deep, dictating play. Son had an off game. Nah, bro.
No. Don't get twisted. I don't think.
Awful, bro.
No. See, the one thing I do is I don't have agendas on players only for one player. If I have to cook a player, I cook a player.
Then.
So what?
No, you're saying it's not based on one game. It's built on.
It's not. This is the whole thing. It's starting. It started from last season that because for me with Maddison is that you're one of our better players. It goes with Son, it goes with Kulusevski. No, not Kulusevski. It goes with Son, it goes to Maddison, it goes to Romero, Bissouma, pretty much the whole back 5. Bissouma, Maddison, and Son. You guys are our better players. So I expect a certain level of performances. If I don't see the performances, I go and slander you. This is not good enough. This is not good enough. When I see worse players than you guys on the pitch playing better, how can I sit here and defend you? There's a certain standards where I say you guys need to up the level, because if you guys not going up your level, we're not gonna go and win football matches. For me, this is the way I look at it. This is the way I look at football. And these guys have not been stepping up to the levels that they need required, in my opinion. Shit, I got fucking slandered by whole South Korea when I slandered the Sun. Like these guys try to get me rid of Twitter, bro, because I slandered Sun. But I don't give a fuck. Because when I don't see Son perform to a level that he needs to perform at, I'm going to be angry and I'm going to go and say it as it is. Romero's one of my favorite centre-backs at the football club. That was dog shit yesterday against Newcastle. Vicario, I look at this dude a bit funny. I think he's still a good goalkeeper, just in general in the league. But even the 2 previous games, sometimes I'm looking at his passing, sometimes I'm like, it's way shakier than it usually is. I don't know what he's been onto this season. Generally speaking, only the players that I really think have actually been good to / decent this season so far for me were Poro and Kulusevski, to be honest. Everybody else, I always had something to say throughout the first 3 games, and then the big question mark for the manager is the guy doesn't want us to defend. It's how we can go and score a goal, and if we don't score, a team can go always counter-attack us and they go and equalize. That happened against Leicester. Everton was just completely dog shit. But even then, Everton had still opportunities to create chances, which we just have to be better because, again, teams like Everton just really shouldn't be happening where they're getting opportunities to be even just in the box, in my opinion. They have been atrocious this season, yet we still give them opportunity to show them. Newcastle had opportunities themselves as well. Harvey Barnes, the shot that he just barely missed. How is it possible that Harvey Barnes somebody who everybody knows can go and do damage to your team, gets opportunity to just take a shot with no contest. How is it possible that Harvey Barnes can just run into the box behind Isak? Nobody's there to contest him. Even though I think it's a difficult finish, it's still Harvey Barnes. He's a quality footballer. I rate him. So he can go and take these chances. And this is the same way how I feel going into this Arsenal game. Arsenal may miss Rice, cool. But I know Havertz, he can go and find a goal. Havertz probably going to miss chances. But yes, he can probably finish the chance. Saka is Saka. I don't rate their left winger, so I'm not even going to say anything about them. But they have goals in their team. They can go and finish chances. I look at Arsenal, I'm like, not only is the manager ignoring a key fundamental in the sport, but not only are also our attackers doing the job. So currently, it's just not it's not a good state currently, where we currently are, me personally. Despite me thinking that I necessarily didn't even predict us to go Newcastle and win, because the last two visits has been just completely atrocious. And this is the irony. This result pissed me more off than the 4-0 and the 6-1. Because at least 6-1 and 4-0, these guys didn't even look like they wanted to play football. These guys tried to play football today. These guys tried to win the game, and they still couldn't win the game against Newcastle. And then we got done again the same way. That's why I go in on these players. That's why I go in on the manager when I feel like it. Like, I'm not somebody that's just going to go and defend guys if I'm not happy. I don't.
So where are you with Ange then? Because I've already heard a couple rumblings, people saying they're starting to have enough of this guy.
Me personally, I said this about Ange. Like, for me to be still having belief in terms of saying I can still back him, is that he needs to show me that you actually care in terms of trying to fix certain things. Like, the whole thing that he's trying to play is football. It hasn't worked since Chelsea. Since Chelsea, it hasn't worked no more. And that Jackson pick, that's the worst hat trick of ever, bro. That's the worst hat trick.
Oh yeah, that game was two idiots fighting.
So we try. And that's the funniest part about it. We tried to let Chelsea have like 6-7 goals in this game. Do you know how embarrassing it would have been if they would have scored them?
Stupid to find the net. I was like, if we draw that game, it's worse than a fucking loss.
100%. Like, because we literally was trying to give them. But going back to just what I was saying is that we have been looking the same way for a good, how long now? Like 8-9 months now. And yes, we can pull out the result because certain teams are not better than us. But when it's time to play the Newcastles, the Brighton, the Man Uniteds, the Chelseas, the Man Cities, the Arsenals, I have no confidence going into these games because I feel like our biggest mistake is that we're just too predictable these days. And I feel like at least trying to fix something, which is the defense. Make it harder for teams to go and score against. I can sit here and accept, you know what, a team actually unlocked us. A team unlocked us to go and score goals. Shit, every time it feels like every time when an opponent scores against us, it's too easy. The body goal, too easy. Barnes goal, too easy. Isak goal, it's a topping. Isak was terrible all game, but he gets away with a goal because we just gifting teams goals. Way too easy. Like, I can accept if the attack is not perfect. The attackers are not perfect. But I can at least accept it. Our defenders are not as bad as they getting looked out to be. But when you putting these guys into certain situations and certain places on the pitch, and we getting exposed, and teams know how to expose it, you're just always gonna concede silly goals or easy goals. So this is currently where I am at, though. I'm just fed up with the better players are not stepping up. I'm just fed up and currently of how the manager is just refusing to make a change in the defense or make a change in how we set up in terms of making sure that teams can't easily counter-attack us every time. People literally tweeted on my timeline talking about how I can't wait for this Newcastle counter-attack for 2-1. What happened? Newcastle it wasn't necessarily a counter-attack because Madison got done like a bitch, bro. Madison got done like a bitch and Romero was daydreaming. So honestly, I'm not confident going this Arsenal game. I'll be honest. I'm not confident. I don't care that they don't have Rice. I don't care. And if it was the Emirates, oh boy, God. Oh boy, man. I'm happy it's not the Emirates. I'm happy it's not the Emirates.
Hey, I'd just be more happy that Rice ain't playing, if anything. But I don't know. I think you guys are struggling.
Watch Saka do the Madison celebration. Madison gets fucking triggered again.
That'd be like the third player now. Saka's done it.
Saka did it twice. It would have been the second time.
Oh yeah, it was at the Emirates. I was thinking about at your ground. No, just
But if he doesn't, you can't, bro. The punch might jump him, bro. Actually, Madison might jump him, but hey, this is where I just currently at, bro. Like, I don't really rate to ironically, I'm not really too fussed about the results necessarily because I don't think we are of a certain level. Like, if I felt like we was an amazing team that should comfortably finish in fourth or third, I probably would be a lot more angry. But I'm kind of more in the acceptance kind of situation where I believe this team can, when the team gets it together and can build form, maybe this team can finish fourth. But at worst, I think this team can be finishing eighth. So I don't really have high expectations necessarily for the team. So it's all about, for me, where the manager can win more trust for me is when he actually tries to address certain situations in the team. With the attack, is what it is. Kind of like you have to just pull through. You just have to hope that Solanke can actually get healthy again, and that he can just get firing. Like, it doesn't actually help. Like, imagine if Solanke comes back in his first game, it's the Arsenal game, he stinks off the place. So it puts more pressure on him. But then it goes back to the football club not making sure you get in Solanke earlier to the football club and give him a free season. So it's just currently a mess in my opinion. It's just a mess, and they have one and a half weeks, I think. 1.5 weeks to go and think about it again. But they haven't think about it for like the last 8-9 months. So I don't know if they're really gonna start thinking about it now. But that's kind of me, man. Like, I'm tired of just being angry personally. At least this is not even me being angry. That's just me being annoyed. Shit, man.
I understand. It's spot on.
No, I understand, man. I just wanted to let you cook because I didn't see nothing about the game to even have a say on it myself. But
no, but
hey,
but the North London derby is going to be hilarious because you know what it is when it's Tottenham Chelsea or Tottenham Arsenal. Shit, nobody ain't trying to lose, even if it's just a 1-0. Guys don't want to lose. Like, imagine if Arsenal come and then do us dirty. Long for the manager, man. But I can't have any sympathy towards them if we still gonna play the same way, still concede the same goals or same silly type of goals. But it's what it is, man. It's what it is.
Cool. Big up to everyone again. Hit the like button if you guys haven't done so already. Sub to everybody's channels and Twitters in the description below. Neil, you guys lost, I think, 2-1 to Aston Villa. I barely even caught the game either because I was getting a trim at the time. Saw John Duran got a nice goal. Onana got his second off a set piece. How are you feeling? How are you feeling coming out of that game and for your season as a whole?
I mean, considering that's one of the strongest teams in the league, I think we played really well. Obviously, do I want to concede the goals? No, but both goals were high quality. And overall in the game, I'm buying into what, now the transfer window is closed, I'm buying into what Steve Cooper's doing. At the end of the day, we're a long way off what we're trying to achieve. But we're getting a team that, look, if they do go down, we've got a solid group of players that are there. If we stay in the Premier League, we've got a good foundation to build off. So people are looking at it going, what is the kind of transfers you're doing? So in this transfer window, I think we put in 9 different players. We're building something. We've got 2 players for every single position. And that's going to be enough for me, in my opinion, to stay in the Premier League. In the Aston Villa game, we just needed basically, we set up to kind of, right, we're just going to defend because they're a top side. We're going to put 3 central defenders in and we're just going to play a back 4. But we're not going to just, we're just going to wave after wave attack. We are going to hold, we are going to fight, we are going to battle. So we've got a very different side to what people expect of us playing, like more technical football. It isn't more technicals, it's more Bruce and people that actually want to play for the team, people that want to wear the badge, and people actually give a shit. And that's not something I could say 2 years ago when we were in the Premier League and when we got relegated. So we've got players that just want to fight. Andre Ayew is probably a great example of that. When I looked at it initially, I was like, bro, 8 million for a guy that's 32 years old? Really? And then I see him in the team. And again, his last 2 games got 1 goal, 1 assist. And he's looked great. But again, in that squad, if we bring up the squad, we've got a decent enough Premier League squad that will be able to stay in the Prem. Apart from left back and goalkeeper, which is probably 2 areas that we don't have strength. Every other position we've got. And at the beginning of the season, every single person over online and things telling me Leicester's washed. Leicester's not just get relegated. Leicester finished clear bottom of the table. And I'm looking and going, well, yeah, because you just see it as if you don't follow a team, it's just something you see. They've come for the championship. That's what happens. But we've got a good enough squad to stay up. And that showed you against Aston Villa. We were 2-0 down. Some other managers, and we've probably seen it, you've probably seen them around, oh no, shit the bed. Let's not try to create anything. We went 2-0 down. We're like, right. Our plan was to try and stay in the game and then try and hit it on them and then try and get something. We were lucky for one goal that it actually deflected off the ref that went in for the goal. That didn't go in. And the second goal was a really well created goal. Because we took off 2 defenders, we then brought 2 attacking midfielders on, and we started to actually give a go. And it wasn't enough. Duran's goal was a good header. Okoli could have done a little bit better, but it was mostly just, again, a good header. So, yeah, man, I think with the squad we've got, with the players we've got, people just like easy agendas. Like Jamie Vardy is washed. Like, again, some players are too old. But the squad that we've got is good enough to stay in the Premier League because, well, if I try and bring it up, the players we've got and the team that we've got is not just good enough to stay in the Premier League, it's of a decent Premier League quality as well. So we've got Premier League experience of people that have been there and done that for ages. Hamad Tamanson, the rest of the goalkeepers are pretty washed, in my opinion. After that, we've got, again, Fast Cody, we've got Vestergaard, Ricardo Pereira's not even finished started yet, James Justin. That's enough Premier League experience. Yeah, he's not. That's my one ilk with him at the moment. He's not playing Ricardo Pereira because he's unbelievable. Chilwell, the rat, can stay at your stinky club, bro. He is not coming near us. And then we've got into the next one. Again, midfield, we've got Harry Winks, we've got Oliver Skip, we've got Wilfred and Diddy. That is Premier League quality. And then you're sprinkling in some academy prospects. Even Buonanotte has played 40-odd games for Brighton, and so he's got some experience. Al Kanous looks like a really good signing. So he's been...
he's a baller.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to him. So he was Belgian Young Player of the Year last year. Them awards, De Bruyne has won it, Tielemans has won it, Witzel's won it. So he's in a really good ilk of player. And also we bought him on a full transfer. Buonanotte, great player, but he's only on loan because we shit the bed and we realized we haven't got enough attackers and we need number 10 in. So we're basically loaning on Brighton for this season, giving him back. But I'm glad we've brought in a player that's actually going to be here for multiple years as well. And then Samari's pretty washed. Michael Golding's still there from Academy, from Chelsea Academy, sorry. And even then, you're looking at the experience there. Fatah's up-and-coming defender, but you can see him figuring out the Premier League in real time. And I think once he gets going, he's going to be unbelievable. Jamie Vardy is still at it. He just plays 60 minutes or 30 minutes, not a full 90 minutes from now on. Reed's looked a bit mid. Ayu's actually looked really good. Mavropanos looked really good when he's come on. He actually embarrassed some defenders. Actually, if you look at the goal again, I don't know who it was.
Oh, he did it. He did his fullback dirty, or his midfielder. Yeah. I don't know who that was.
Yeah, that was it. I'd never heard the dude before, and I was like, all right, cool. But if you look at that forward line, and as we've gone through, we've got a squad that could get top 10. Am I saying we're going to get top 10? No, but we're in a good foundation to build and then progress the team as well. So we've got backup. Again, people might shake their heads at Edouard as another reason. Odds Edouard, he's a bit of a wash player, blah, blah, blah. I think it's because he's not been given the right opportunity. At Celtic, he was great. And he's still a young player at 24 years old. We can get him on loan. And we've loaned out Tom Cannon to Championship to try and get him some more experience. So if Jamie Vardy was to retire next year, we've got some striker vying for that position. So in terms of the squad we've got, we were great. And in terms of the tactics we were playing, we were decent as well. Like we took off. Even though we're 2-0 down, we're like, right, we're going to try and go for the game. A manager that's normally fighting around relegation zone just goes, fuck it, shut up shop, can't do anything now. So we brought some young players, and we've got a mixture of real Premier League experience and talent. So I'll say it. I think we'll be in a good place because we've got a good squad. We've got strength and depth now with the team. It's just so with people that don't watch other teams just go, he's washed. And I was a little bit of that. When we signed Skip for 20 million, I was like, what are we doing? When we signed Ayew for 5-10 million, I'm like, no, that's too much money. When we signed, who was it? Odds Edouard, at that point, I'm like, okay, I believe in the manager, what he's doing. It's a similar. I won't say he's going to be the same, but it's a similar kind of effect where Eddie Howe took some time out of the game, and he came back. Not a new manager, but it took a while to get going. I think that I wasn't happy with Steve Cooper when he was first announced, because we were linked with Graham Potter, Carlos Corberán. These managers, in my opinion, are clear. But at the end of the day, we've just come up for the championship. The main goal is just to stay in this division. Then we can build from here. So we're 15th place. Stop the league. Give us next year. Give us safety, and we can roll on. But yeah, man, a game against Villa, as strong as a team they were, they had to pull up some good. They didn't create too many chances against us. We silenced Watkins. We silenced Rodgers. We silenced.
Watkins been silencing himself this season.
What's that?
I'm still pissed off with him about that Arsenal game, bro.
Yeah,
I was saying Watkins has had a shit season.
It's the reason why is because I think he's not come back from international. I think he's come back from the England squad. He's not played any minutes. When I was interviewing a Villa fan, and he goes, he's still got pre-season. Give him another month, 2 months to really get into the spirit of it, and you'll see it really club it. And Duran's still, again, a player that can finish, as he basically won the game for them as well. So yeah, man, I'm really happy with how we're performing. Are we there yet? No, but we've got a manager that's only been 3 games in charge, and we've got a team that's right. The window's closed. We know what we've got. And I'm happy with the strength and depth we've got. So we've got 2 squads that could definitely stay in the Premier League. So again, depends on how severe the point deduction is. But I'm seeing with the likes of Everton being shit, Southampton were more shit than I thought they were going to be. Maybe Nottingham Forest will be the other one. Ipswich potentially will be another one. Play good football, but it doesn't matter if they haven't got any Premier League experience. They've got potential to stay in the Premier League, but it's not confirmed. So with that, we'll be good. But it's just, again, we've had a tough start to the league with Tottenham. With Fulham wasn't that tough a game, but we shit the bed on that one. And then, what was it called? Villa was a tough start. So we'll roll on to the next one. So I think we've got Crystal Palace in the next game. So that should be good. But yeah, man, I feel confident. I'm seeing what the manager is doing. I'm buying into it. So I'm not going to say he's the manager to take us to the top. He's just the manager to get us safe, to get us in a good position, and then in a couple of years' time, we're going to bring in the next guy that's going to take us up to that next level. So yeah, man, I think we're in a good place. Obviously, we're still 1 point off the relegation zone at the moment. That's all that matters. We just got to stay in the league, however that is. But we're completely changed the way we play.
Fair enough. At least you guys look a little bit more solid defensively. At least there's something. But for the relegation fight, you kind of have to work on that front anyway.
I think
defense is there. Vestergaard, Cody, Okoli, Fast, central defenders, they can handle it. And then fullbacks, Ricardo, Christensen is a bit wary at times, but he's been looked good. And Justin, again, there's enough to get us through to stay in the Premier League, even compared to some of the other teams that are down there.
I think it's also with Leicester, like you mentioned with the running. Like when I think you will find more about where it's going. When there's going to be like a more of a favorable running, when you play teams around you, and if you pick up the 3 points against them teams, I think this is where you build the separation. When you build the separation from there, then even if you get a point maybe versus teams from the mid-table and upper higher in the mid-table, I think Leicester could stay up personally too. And I actually didn't realize some of the players I looked at it right now. I didn't know Christensen came back because I think he was back. He was on loan at Bologna, right?
Bologna, yeah.
Bologna, yeah. Even with Oliver Skip, I can't lie. I don't know how we ended up getting 25 million personally, because I don't think he's worth 25 million, because he hasn't shown anything in like the last years at Tottenham. The only stint that he had done something was at Norwich. But I necessarily don't think that Oliver Skip is a bad footballer though. It's just that at Tottenham, his level is not required where we want to necessarily go to, which I don't know where we want to go to. But mid-table and lower, I think he's a good player there who can help a team. And he's been playing Champions League football, Europa League football, Premier League football too.
Yeah, and you're right. And I think with Skip, one of the thinking behind it, and I think the club have been clever with this, there is still a chance that we're going down. And Skip is going to be one of the players that is going to stick around if we are to go into Championship. The manager is the same. If we go to Championship, the manager will be one of the best managers in the Championship, and will have a good enough squad to get back up. So they've got a nice balance of realism, and look, this squad is still definitely going to compete.
It's just me.
Anytime if we do go down, the likes of Harry Winks will leave.
Oh, you broke up, Neil. Say that again. You broke up. Run that back again. You broke up a little bit.
Which was the last bit you heard?
From
going
down to the championship, having the best man in the championship if you get relegated.
The balance.
Again, I told you my internet's just not having it today.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
So basically, we've got a squad at the moment that is good enough to stay in the Premier League. However, if we do get relegated, because let's be honest, that is a genuine possibility this season, it's got the ability to come back up the next time. And Skip's a good example of that. Is he going to be a player that's good? Is he good enough for Tottenham to get in their first team? No. But he's good enough to get in our first team. I still rate him as a player and what he's going to give to the team. But if we do get relegated, he's going to stick around. He's going to be part of that core base that's going to come back into the Prem. So he's another player. I think we've overpaid. I'm with you because I'm like, for me, it made no sense. Why would we not go and get Matt O'Reilly for 20 mil? Why would we not go get a couple of other players that we were linked with that were much better than him in that? So yeah, I'm a bit frustrated, but he's looked good for us. And for our midfield that we're going to play, he's going to be one of the main players. And I'm not mad at it. He's just not at Tottenham level. But we're doing that thing of we're picking up players that aren't at other people's level, but are good enough for our level. But at the same time, if we are to expand and we are to grow into like a potentially like what we want to do is going 10th, 8th, I think a skip could work in a team that wants to finish 10th to 8th position. And Skip works for that, in my opinion. Winks is another one.
Yeah, I agree. Because I feel the same way about Winks as well. Like with Winks is another player where it just wasn't going to work at Tottenham with Winks anymore. But you saw the move to Leicester, and you see him actually playing well. So like, I don't look at our players and think they're all bumps, and if they go somewhere else, they can't do anything else. No, they still have ability. It's just maybe not at what we want them to do.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So just because I think people see us as a team that's not full of rejects, but the thing is that's not a bad thing to do. It's just a team that's just a player that's just not found his level, but his level's us, and that just means that he can escalate and they can go up another level. And I'm hoping that the players kind of have that Eddie Howe effect of Eddie Howe can turn better players, worse players into good players, and B, as a manager, he's exceeded expectations in his first season. Nobody expected them. People are expecting, I was expecting them to get relegated when they first started. Then they were going to build and come back up. But he's turned it around. I think we could do something similar. Not saying we're getting top 10. I think we aren't double digits, 100%. But it's how far. And again, give me 17th. I don't really care that much about the season. Just want to see us coming up and then stay in the Premier League and then build from there. Because of that squad and of that ilk, people forget that not just we've come up, we've been in the Premier League for a long period of time. And not just in the Premier League, we've been doing European football. Our club and the bit around
it. Won the whole thing. You won the whole thing.
We won it. So, but that's not an excuse.
Big up A. Solomon as well. W. Solomon in the chat, my guys. Big up. Appreciate you. Go on, Neil.
Man. But yeah, so that's my rant over. But it's more to go. Look, I know there's been a lot of doom and gloom in this one, and rightfully so from each individual fan base. I'm in a good position because I'm a real kind of position where this is what it is. So yeah, man, as long as this keeps up and we can start actually building points at this point, I'll be in all good position.
All right, perfect. Shout out again to Solomon. Big up. Appreciate both of you. Shout out to Maldini as well. Get you another show. We'll sort that. But yeah, big up, brother. Mikes, last but not least. You guys lost 3-1 to Man City, but I didn't even really think you guys played too badly. I mean, I saw Paqueta getting a bit of stick after the match. I didn't even think he did too much wrong. I know they were saying he was partly to blame for the first goal. I think it's more of a hospital pass towards him, if anything. But it's also just fucking Haaland tax at the end of it. Just Haaland tax.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to be surprised I'm not going to rant, because a lot of people, even on my channel, were like, I thought you were going to rant today. But when I came out from that game, it was just like, I'm not one of them kind of people that when we lose and we play well, that I'm like, oh, we may have lost, but we played well. I'm not one of them kind of people. I don't care. Just give me the 3 points or whatever, and give me a performance on top of that. But you can't always have that. And this is the new reign at West Ham. I think with Paqueta, I wasn't like, as much as he's one of my favorite players, I think he was just way too wayward. I think he was too rash, especially in the first phase of the play. Like, what has really annoyed me about him is quick free kicks. Like, not everyone's on your wavelength, bro. Stop passing to people that are not looking at the ball. And stuff like when he could do well, like playing through the press and stuff. He's very good at that. playing under pressure and stuff, but he's too rash with his passes, like doing ideas that's not really on. I'll say the first goal, I agree. Like Emerson put him under pressure. Like, listen, Emerson hasn't done much wrong for us at all. Like, it's very rare to pick out an Emerson mistake at West Ham, but that was a hospital pass, in my opinion. I think in general in the game was fine. Like, it was better than even I expected. And luckily, when I saw the lineup, I had a bit of hope. Not that we were going to win, but that we were actually going to perform, because Thomas Souček wasn't there, Vladimir Coufal wasn't there. When you get them two bozos out, you actually start playing football, because you actually play players that can pass the ball and receive the ball under pressure. Rodriguez, again, he was fine. Edson Alvarez coming back is crucial. One of the most key players to this squad. Rejuvenates the whole midfield in terms of balance, in terms of energy, in terms of actual leadership as well, and just the ability to drop in between the two centre-backs just to give them the extra man at times. Mavropanos needs to be benched. I don't know what he's doing for the third goal, just dribbling into nowhere, pulling out of a tackle, and then the ball in behind for Haaland. Todibo needs to come in for me. I love Antonio, but listen, you cannot be a regular starter in 2024. You can be an impact sub, but we signed Nicholas Fulkirk for a reason, so I'm hoping Fulkirk, once he gets his minutes, maybe an international break, can fully get his minutes at Fulham away when he first comes back. And listen, we played like well in parts, especially in the second half. There was actually like some build-up play. I haven't seen build-up play in about 10 years at West Ham. I've seen like Bozo Bilic ball. I've seen Pellegrini ball that went to shit. And I've seen Moyes ball that was good.
You had Maresca ball for a game. You beat us with him. I remember that.
Did we?
17-18, like when you guys beat us 1-0, the Arnautovic goal.
Oh, yeah,
he was
yeah.
interim that game.
Oh, yeah, Moyes was interim.
Arnautovic. I've not heard that name in
years.
Yeah, man, it's a fucking throwback. He cost us the title that game.
The Austrian striker.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It was funny. That was like before fans came back. That was the last West Ham game I went to, because I stopped going when we went to the new stadium. I was like, fuck the stadium. Like comparing to Upton Park going to the Bowl for the first time, it was just nonsense at the time. But it took me a long time for me to come back, because I just almost disinterested myself with the whole club. But like going back to this game, even the first goal, if you actually properly watch the first goal, it's Mohamed Kudus coming into the middle and passing it through the lines to Paquetá. Paquetá's giving the ball to Bowen. Yeah, it was a no goal in the end. That's where you need the striker. That's where you need a Fulkirk. I don't know why Antonio's on the left, but that's where you need a Fulkirk in the middle and to like finish something off. But it was good build-up play. It was like Kudus and Paquetá in the middle, which is what I've been screaming for, even though Kudus was still playing off the left. He needs to fully get the best out of playing Paquetá, Kudus, and Bowen, all three of them together. Because I'm not trying to hear none of this Bowen up front nonsense, because he will just drift to the right. Kudus on the left is still a good winger, but we only just put him as someone who's going to be direct. When he's playing off the right or in the middle, it gives him the freedom to create more chances from all angles on the pitch. I want to say big credit though to Max Kilman. All 4 games that he's played, he's been great for us, honestly. And listen, it looks funny now because Wolves fans were laughing at us for the whole 40 million thing. Now they're scrambling on their defense, changing formation every game, trying not to concede 5 goals. So big up to Wolves. But with Crystal Palace as well, we dunked on them and they were chatting a lot, bragging about a pre-season trophy when they beat us. And Wan-Bissaka came back to their ground and dunked on them again with that run towards the goal. And Wan-Bissaka, again, he's another one, to my surprise. He's someone who I didn't actually want. He's so far so good. 3 performances in a row where he's been our best player. Because even when he came on as a sub against Crystal Palace, going from even Wan-Bissaka, who has a lot of doubts about him, that's how bad Vladimir Coufal was. So when you come up with Wan-Bissaka, he was actually controlling the ball, like doing well in possession.
I saw him cooking on the left side. I was like, huh?
Yeah. He was playing left, but he played left back and right back, and he's done well on both. Like he was even being patient. Yeah, he was being patient with the ball, like linking up well with Bowen. And do you know what's great as well? I've noticed that it's Bowen that believes in Wan-Bissaka more already than Coufal, because every time Coufal plays on the pitch, Bowen always runs in behind, because that's the only thing Coufal can do is like put a long ball in behind, because he knows that if he tries to pass it to feet, it's going off playing. It's just not working out because the guy can't pass 5 yards. Wan-Bissaka is at least patient and waits for Bowen to come short to help him in possession. And he's actually waits and he's not done, and he's done quite well when he's being pressed and stuff like that as well. And listen, we signed Carlos Soler in the transfer window. We've done very well in the transfer window. People will be like, where West Ham getting all this money from? Well, we sold Flynn Down, Scamacca, Declan Rice, Ben Rama, Fornals, Kera, all of the past 2 years. That is like nearly 150 million roughly. and we've spent way less than 100 million, or way less than 150. Sorry, because Fulkrug ain't as expensive as people think. We paid a Tadibo money next year. Like we've done very well with the business, and that's all because of Tim Steiner upstairs. We signed Carlos Soler on the last day because we got rid of Ward-Prowse's wages. As much as I wanted number 28 Thomas Souček to go first rather than Ward-Prowse, Carlos Soler is a great upgrade to what we have, and hopefully this means that Thomas Souček doesn't start for my club ever again. It probably won't be ever again, unfortunately, but we're probably gonna have to wait.
Game here or there.
Yeah, unfortunately, but. It was that game against Bournemouth where we played in midweek where we won, but we only won because of a last-minute winner and because of individual quality. And I was like, in the first 3 games, yeah, they won the first 3 games, but I wasn't seeing what we were trying to do because we played with Thomas Souček in the first 3 games, sorry. And in those first 2 league games against Palace and Villa, we was pretty much using him as the second striker, passing short, and all of a sudden they just sending it long and just using the ball as a grenade. And in the Bournemouth game, we rotated a bit, had Ward-Prowse and Souček in the midfield, and I felt sorry for Somerville, Fulkrug, and Bowen who played that game because they weren't getting the ball because they're not creative. We had a midfielder, Alvarez, Souček, and Ward-Prowse in that game, and I was just like, where's the creativity? Without Paquetá, despite him having his faults as well, and he wasn't great, in my opinion, against City. He was a bit wayward. He was just, his highs were high and his lows were really low. Like, he's the creator. He's pretty much the guy you need to build the team around in this team. But our attack wasn't getting the ball that game. But in this game, we were actually playing the way I thought we were going to play when this manager came in. Just ball on the floor, nice and patient. We're actually trying to play through the middle for once, not just in the flanks and then lose the ball when it gets tight. So that's fine. And the next step is
unlucky, if anything. You hit the post, I think, twice.
Yeah, Somerville hit the post, were saved on the post by Ederson. It was a good save, and Kudus hit the post as well.
Wasn't it? Was it Kudus on the counter?
Yeah, Kudus hit the near post as well.
He could have squared that one, to be fair.
Yeah, that was the thing.
The angle just got too tight for him in the end.
Yeah. I remember when Bowen passed back to him, I thought, why haven't you gone to run and shoot? But then I understood when I watched it back, the angle, and it was like, fair enough. And I thought Kudus tried to catch him out on the near post because I think Ederson thought he was going to go into the far post anyway. So I think he thought, I'll switch it up, just try and catch him out quicker. But overall, I like what I'm seeing. That was our best performance of the season. But what we need to do now is put them points on the board because the fixtures have been slightly more kinder to us in the next 4 games. They're still tough. Don't get me wrong. They're still Fulham, Chelsea, Brentford, and Ipswich, which isn't easy at all.
You're not going to come up against the robot in the next few games.
Yeah, exactly. Even when we have not come up against Haaland, we've defended well. And that's mainly because of Max Kilman. And Mavropanos needs to sit bench, get Tadibo in, get Fulkrug in, and we've got our strongest team out there. And even then, in my opinion, I would play Paquetá Depot, Kudus in the 10 and Somerville on the left and just go full throttle because I think that's how you get the best out of those attacking players. But this manager is obsessed with shoehorning Kudus on the left and Paquetá in the middle. But if you're going to play Kudus on the left, at least give him a bit more of a free role. Like when you saw that goal for us, Kudus started the build-up play, going from deeper positions and then passing the ball to Paquetá, then him passing the ball to Bowen. That's fine. We've got to just do it like that instead of Kudus just standing there on the left and all he can do is just go onto the side of his left foot and then we're only allowing him to be direct within that system. But overall, like what I'm seeing, as I said, Wan-Bissaka and Kilman probably been the main standouts. I've liked what I've seen from Wan-Bissaka so far. I didn't let Grealish really do anything apart from pass sideways. Max Kilman has been a revelation. Has barely done anything wrong, I'd say. And I'd say the second and third goal by Haaland, watching it back, it was just that second goal was just a good City move. And the other one was just Haaland running it behind after a Mavropanos bozo moment. So there's not really much to worry about really now when you actually watch that game and you think, if we can apply that to every other game, we'll be winning against teams that are less than Man City. Because Man City as well, credit to them, not only did they attack well and pass really well, they defended really well. Like when Jared Bowen was attacking them, they pretty much nullified his left foot. They pretty much just only allowed him to try and create with his left foot rather than running it on the inside with his left foot. And Bowen isn't a creator. So when he's trying to create, you don't see the best of him. So when he's running on, trying to cut in on his left foot, instead trying to get a goal, that's where you need to nullify him. And that's what they did really well. And honestly, I'm not even just saying this, but Man City look better than last season. Like, and the reason why I say that as well is because when you watch it, and I'm high up in the stadium, so I can see it all like tactically and all of that. Like they have somehow even overloaded you even more this season. There's like they're 5 players on every side all the time. It's like you're playing against 20 men when you play against Man City, and they're just so intelligent with their passes. Like I think we approached the game right. It's just quality stood out. Like Kovacic was brilliant. Bernardo Silva was brilliant. Kevin De Bruyne again, brilliant. It was just their wingers weren't good, but their midfield was that good that it didn't matter. And even Gavardio was really good. Like watching like these players live, you see how good they really are. Like we already know how good they really are, but they really shine out once you watch them.
Imagine
live.
when they could put Savić back in instead of Doku.
Nah, bro.
Yeah, honestly.
See, that's the massive thing about it. Like
awful,
that Haaland second goal in particular. Like, I'll be honest, I don't think no striker in the league finished though.
No,
like just a 1-2 touch, and then finish.
Yeah.
I don't think no striker scores that. So it's kind of like I agree. I agree with you.
I thought when I watched it first, the keeper was at fault, but when you watch the replay, the power and the way where he's gotten it in the net, it's just like it's crazy finish, man.
Yeah, like could you imagine could you imagine, no offense to Antonio because I love Antonio, could you imagine him trying to do that? He'd have a seizure trying to fucking hit the ball in the roof. Like Jesus Christ. Like
the second touch is going backwards, not even to the goal.
Oh yeah. Listen, I love Antonio, top goal scorer and all that time, but 2024 Antonio, that's hitting me in the crowd, and I was on the other side. Like that's how he can do it, bro. That's what he's capable of. But nowadays, I say like just start to Debo instead of Mavropanos. That strengthens you a lot more in defense, even though we're quite strong in defense already. Funny enough, we're actually stronger in defense with an attacking manager playing on organising his high line than the senile Steve Bruce from last year. That was the so-called defensive masterclass of a manager and all of that. But he just sat back every game, whether it was Everton at home or City away. It doesn't matter. He approaches the game the same. And we could get battered. We got battered about 5-0 like 3 times. And you're probably not going to get that under this manager because of big up to Charlie, one of my subscribers.
Big up Charlie, my guy. Appreciate you.
What's it called? You're actually finding that we won't probably get battered with these defenders and this manager because we're more organised and we've got better defenders. Like credit to Max Kilman and credit to Wan-Bissaka. So yeah.
I was laughing when you brought Souček on. I was just thinking.
Big up Neil as well. Take care, bro.
Bless fam.
Big up Neil. Have a good night.
Big up Neil.
You too, man. See you later.
Been real, bro.
Oh yeah, when Souček came on, I was like, okay, that's game over.
That's crazy,
bro. Like, I've called him all kinds of names before. I'm not going to repeat them because I've said all I can. But, bro, like,
that man than me.
How can you be a midfielder and not be able to pass 5 yards? It's the simple parts of the game. Like, I'm not even trying to take the piss, but you know when, like, people have nice guy attacks and the fan base takes especially
I know about all the
online fan base because do you know what it is? Match going West Ham fans.
Nice attacks.
Match going West Ham fans, they're fair. Like even they'll even like
speaking of nice guys, there's one.
Bro, Højbjerg, bro. Højbjerg.
I saw him come up for Spurs the other day. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I forgot this guy plays for them.
Wait, who?
Werner.
Oh yeah, he's on loan again.
I forgot, man.
Bro, Dammer's club brought him back again. I don't know why, man.
I can't believe you did that. Well, I can't believe it, but
no. Ange did that, bro. Ange did that.
Was that actually Ange's decision? Oh my!
Every signing that he made, he approved him. So yeah.
Yeah, he said that himself.
No.
But yeah, overall with West Ham, like, I'm looking forward to if we play like that against City, against other teams. I'm looking forward to it. Then we need to put it on Fulham because they battered us last time, and Iwobi was doing raps about us in a changing room at halftime. I haven't forgotten. I've got something for every team this season. He was like, he
did a West Ham diss track.
He was like rapping along to K-Trap, and it was like he changed the lyric. It was like, it's not just West Ham, I'm trying to burst all bubbles or something like that. And then him and Calvin Bassey were like acting like they won something. You know, imagine Fulham and winning things. You're never going to see that in your life, but that's what they thought happened when they beat us 5-0. It's the same with Crystal Palace as well. Like, I've got something for every team this season. Every team is going to get this season.
Your agenda against Palace is strong, bro. I noticed that.
I like this. I need this, man. London rivalry, man. I need this. It's
not a rivalry. It's not a rivalry. They're a shit club. But, like, in pre-season,
Big up Trev, though.
In pre-season, we faced Palace and Wolves, We faced Palace and Wolves. Wolves fans were bragging about 40 million for Max Kilman. Meanwhile, they're getting battered by 5 by Chelsea.
They need to respect Kilman, bro.
Yeah, honestly. And with Crystal Palace, they beat us in the pre-season tournament and lifted up a trophy. Like, they were so gassed to lift something. They were so gassed. Like, look at their club's history. It's just a blank page, bro. Like, I couldn't believe they were so happy. You should have seen the smile on Anderson's face. And in genuine arguments, they were using it like, but we won this trophy. You know, we won an actual trophy in 2023. It's called the Conference League, man. You're not even going to get there. You won't even sniff that. You're not even going to sniff any sort of European.
Are you talking to Arsenal or Palace?
Hey,
yo.
Hey, Arsenal fans, hey, hold that, man. Hold that.
That's the thing. Like, if we beat Ipswich, I've got something for Ben Johnson. If we beat Fulham, I've got something for Iwobi. Like, listen, I've got something for every team. If we got it for Southampton, I've got something for Jack Stevens and Flynn Downs. I've got something for everyone this season, bro.
What did they do to you?
Jack Stevens said fuck West Ham and when the Southampton won the championship and stuff like that because Flynn Downs linked to.
I like that petty stuff, you know.
Listen, I've got something for everyone.
The game is the game.
You know
These
when
are like me, I'm just sitting on receipts for years.
Yeah, do you know when you do like these shit teams like Palace, Wolves, and Southampton lose to teams like Bromley and FA Cup or something? I'll be there. Like, I'll be there. When you get relegated, I'll be there. When Palace go extinct one day, I'm sure that like the way they're going out, that's gonna happen one day. I'll be there. When Eze leaves, when Gay leaves, when all these players leave, when Glasner leaves for a bigger club,
bro. You've got
Adam Watson. Adam Watson. When Adam Watson leaves as well.
Yeah.
When Eze, Gay, Adam Watson, Munoz, Mitchell, Glasner, when they all leave, we're going to see you back in the championship and you're going to try and re-sign like, Glenn Murray from retirement or some shit. Like, I've got something for every club. But yeah, I'm just hoping we keep
Will Hughes next.
I'm going to sign Matip.
Yeah, I think we could sign Joel Matip if what's it called? We look at his injury record and it's just like
Q-tip to Liverpool. I mean, not Liverpool, to West Ham.
Take care.
Yeah, because we're looking at free agents because we sold the bum Nea Forget and the injury crop guy Kurt Zuma. So we only have 3 centre backs now. Listen, big ups to Zuma, but fuck again, just fuck your goodbye message as well. Don't come back to my club, please. Don't even just step foot in Stratford, please.
Was he that bad, or was it something else?
Bro, you can't be an anorexic centre back. That doesn't exist in the Premier League. It doesn't exist. You just get out-rumbled by every striker.
Wait, how old was he?
27, bro.
Okay, no.
Yeah.
I thought he might just have to fill out his body because, like, AC used to be like that, but nah, you're 26, out you go.
No, never been to the gym in his life, bro. Never been to the gym in his life. It's ridiculous.
How are you a defender and you weak in your prime? That's crazy,
bro. Like that's like.
Ask AC, man. So much problem stuff.
Hey, he's got stronger now. He's filled himself out.
Shit, we got the hit. Shit, we got the here we go for Osimhen.
He gets better aspirin over there and stuff.
Yeah, man, better food and everything.
That food care, man.
Nah, you know what? The food showed I heard.
So you don't get stomach ache. That's what it is.
Nah, I know what the food one I heard of, bro. Because like the food over here, damn, bro. But then I'm a German as well, so I'm not the one to speak about food.
Yeah, you know what? Never mind.
Oh yeah, just one last thing to add. By the way, all the West Ham fans are hyping up Ben Johnson. He was on the bench again for Ipswich. Just saying. By the way, left on the free. It was on the bench again for Ipswich. Man, that was good enough for West Ham. The academy kid that was glorious and all that. Man told me about Ben Johnson. We got Wan-Bissaka now.
It's an academy thing.
Yeah.
Oh no, bro. The academy thing is like it's the worst argument. It's one of the worst arguments in football, bro. Like you can't escape it. Nah, bro. Yeah. Like, bro, people are gonna start. I do have to say, people do gonna start respecting Kilman because I kind of like 40 mil. I was like 40 mil, kind of steep to be honest. But I rated Kilman for a time though. Like, I actually was one of centre back options that I actually would have liked as well because extremely underrated. And also a leader. It's also a leader because I think it's underrated as well to go and buy. You can't really just go and get good players who are also leaders and get them at a certain football club. So, nah, man. If Todibo comes in...
Kilman and Todibo would be solid partner.
I like the centre-back partner, bro. I like the centre-back.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, first of all, Charlie in the chat, he's one of my subscribers. I know I didn't want Aaron Wan-Bissaka, but I apologized. Because he's played well in the past 4 games. If he can keep this up, then I was completely wrong. If he can keep this up. I apologized. But I also still maintain that Ben Johnson was shit. So you can't call me shameless completely. But with Max Kilman, like, he's been consistent, and he hasn't really shown any of his flaws that I was maybe afraid of. I like the player. I had a bit of reservations about him, but he hasn't shown any of them just yet. But also, we paid the 40 million because of the sell-on clause that Maidenhead had with them. So we had to overpay, and because it was their club captain as well, all of that tax as well. And they still didn't replace him. And now they're changing formations because now he's escaped.
When I saw Wolves not going by centre back after he left, long.
Yeah. But yeah, overall very happy with what I'm seeing. But like, we need to keep that up and just put those into results.
Yeah, fair enough. Big up to Charlie again, saying big up to the panel. Shout out to Mike's. Big up. I hope everybody is subbed and hit the like button as well. Sub to everybody's channels. The link is in the description. Just one more shout for that. But yeah, we are going to wrap up. It's been a long but very, very fun episode of Shameless, bro. Yeah. We got a fucking Madison cooking. We got an Arsenal cooking.
Hell yeah.
United cooking. Didn't even say anything about Chelsea, to be honest. But overall, it's been a great show. But yeah, big up everybody. We will be back tomorrow. I'm going to try and get a little Chelsea panel show going. But for now, we're sending everyone over to Northside. He's live with Deji. That's enough of a reason for you guys to head over. So everybody head over to Northside. Tell him Lewis Raid, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Big up the chat.